just move this.
Yes. Tuesday. J.F.K. here.
James Jackson here.
You know how we do it. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we thank you. Just set us free. You know how we do it.
And I'm coming off this long and winding road. I'm on my way. Tonight, just one more night, and I'm coming off this long and winding road. I'm on my way. And I'm coming off this long and winding road. I'm on my way.
Break channel. Is it like a delay going on here or something? There is, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know what's going on now. Yeah, now I'm seeing it on the computer. We're talking.
Why is that like that?
I don't know.
Wow. Damn. So the stream is corrupted.
So
Did this happen?
You want to do a different one?
It was happening early. Feds are watching. I'm trying to.
I can't even see the comments.
No, I see the comments. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm sorry, people. I'm trying to understand why it's. I can hear it in my headphones. Hello?
What?
Yeah, it's like a crazy delay. The people probably won't hear it. I can hear it though. You can hear me double time? James?
I can hear you, yeah.
Are you hearing it like on a delay? I'm coming back to you. It's doubling up.
I don't hear anything. I don't see anything. The only thing on the screen right now is just me and you.
Yeah.
But I can't hear. I can hear you, yeah. But I don't know. What are you talking about on the screen?
There's a serious delay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Check. Check. I think we all right.
I'm on my way. Tonight, I'm on my way. Tonight, winding roads. I'm on my way.
On my way.
What's that?
Yeah. How we feeling out there tonight, people? Yeah. Yeah. I like that mashup too, Reese. Yeah. Is Karen Reed on her way home? Supreme Court gonna be on the side tomorrow night. Replay crew. It's going down tonight. Yes. Yes. Replay crew, we love you too. If you're just checking in, glad that you're here. Before you leave, hit that like button. Everybody in the chat, what's going on, people? StreamYard and YouTube weren't getting along last night. What's up, fellas? Yeah. Woo. Yeah. You know how we do it. We live, baby. Yes. Good evening, guys. We're fired up. We heading to the buffer zone. Yeah, we here, man. It's tomorrow the day. Clean Crusade. It's tomorrow the day. Because we know what really happened, don't we? Yeah. R.I.P. John O'Keefe. R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe. Yeah. Heavy Cap, what up, man? How we feeling? Just riding out right now. Mic check to the guards. Just set me free. Yeah. Woo. What's tomorrow hearing about? I think bringing it back to just set her free, y'all. R.I.P. R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe. I think tomorrow's hearing, if I'm not mistaken, is about taking it back to Dedham to see if they can pull that jury up. I think it's along them lines, or maybe an answer. I don't know to tell you exactly. I know it's something along them lines. Somebody in the chat let us know exactly what it is, but I know it's in the Supreme Court, and we just want that boom of love. James, how we feeling, man? Talk to the people.
I'm chilling, man. I am chilling. Just looking for that boom of love, you know.
Just give me that boom of love. Yeah.
Had a great live the other night. It was funny, man.
Yeah, you know, considering there's so many narratives out there, you know what I mean? There's like, you got to pick a side with this one, pick a side with that one. If you don't show up to, I guess if you don't show up to
the standouts,
you're not a standout.
Yeah, you don't support free Karen Reed, I guess.
Yeah, I guess if you don't show up. So what's the rules now to be free Karen Reed? You got to show up to the standouts.
Yeah.
You gotta put her link up in your bio saying give her money for her support. What else do you got to do? Do you got to do 50 push-ups? How many pull-ups do I got to do?
I think 75.
75 pull-ups?
I think 75.
All right, hold on a minute. I'll be right back.
Right. Yeah,
meet me at the pull-up bar. All right, I got new rules for the Karen Reed shit. I'll do whatever you guys want, but you guys got to meet me at the pull-up bar. You guys ready? I want 50 push-ups straight. I don't want 25 and 20. I want full push-ups. All right, sir? Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man.
So there's that, yeah.
Good. And you know what we learned, too? We learned that if you're a cop.
Yeah. If you're a cop, you're a rat.
You're a rat if you're a cop.
Yeah. I never knew that. That shit's crazy.
But isn't I think all cops are rats, right? I mean, they're not the good guys. I mean,
Man,
oh man.
they're not somebody you trust, not.
Yeah, you know, they see the thing is let's put that into context. The context is real cops know not to talk to real cats, meaning like a real cop knows just by somebody that's been around a vet police officer knows when he sees somebody that doesn't really want to jeff with the police and conversate with the police, he won't try to. He won't be like, "Hey man, how you doing today, dude? How you feeling?" Like he's gonna know right off the bat, it's not gonna work with that guy. I'm just gonna keep walking. You know what I mean? And there's some cops, the rookies, who will try to walk up to us and be like, "Hey, how you doing, guys?" And it's like,
Do we got the same fucking uniform on? Like,
right,
is it?
you see what I'm saying? Like, I got the right to
Yeah.
remain silent. Like, why are you talking to me right now? So, like, so you got to give respect. So when you see that,
Oh
you know,
shit.
that old school police officer, like a Sean, you give him respect because you know he's been through it, and you know he's not trying to shake you down. You know what I mean? Because you already know that you're already on to him, and he already knows he can't pull that shit with you. You know,
Right.
so there's a respect there, so to speak.
Plus, he's an older gentleman, you know, so there's a respect there. You take away the badge and all that. There's a respect there with that too, you know.
So you know this guy, Steve Scanland, he's scandalous. You know, he's the guy that. Are you guys familiar with Steve Scanland, the guy who am I saying his name right? Steve Scanland. I think his name's Steve Scanland, right? He this gentleman, he man, he
What's your beef with this dude now? I see it in
no,
the
it's not a
headlight.
beef. It's not a beef at all. It's not a beef. Wow, look at her. Anyway, back to reality, right?
I'm looking in the computer like who? Who am I looking?
This little thing that just walked by. Yippee! But
Beautiful.
so Steve Scanlon was the guy who blew the whistle on this whole shit.
Oh yes, yes.
And he's the guy that if he would have got an affidavit and he would have went as a witness and would have said where he got his information from, maybe Karen wouldn't be in this mess.
He's a
Then
guy
he
got
reneged on
allegedly
the
got scared, didn't he? He got scared.
he reneged on the
Yeah.
he reneged on the deal. Scanlon is the hero of the story, in my opinion. Yes, he is, but
But he should have kept with the story instead of here you go, guys. Like it's like drop it and run. You know.
yeah, and but you know, so let's get into that. Let me see. 65-year-old boomer here. I support a 65-year-old boomer here. I support free Karen Reed and cops. That's right, Mary. We appreciate that. We just love that boomer love over here on the JFK channel. So if you're you know, if you got that boomer love, come over. Why did he run? Why did he run, huh? Jeff Williams? I don't know. The same reason why you got a pink J and you don't got a face on your on
Yo.
your YouTube picture. The same reason why you won't show your face. I mean, just imagine, first off the bat, you could just tell by his conversation. Conversation's like your freestyle, right, James? Like that's like your whole dialogue, your whole way you hint. You know, that's who you are, right? So based on what I heard in this conversation and the way he comes off that he's a Boston cat. You know, he runs around the inner city, he knows some people, and it's just he'd be a rat. He doesn't want to be a rat. You know what I mean? I think when it first initially happened, he wanted to be on the down low. He wanted to be an informant. You know what I mean? Which we know, informants, rats, the same thing. But he wanted to be a low key informant. You know, not being exposed. And then as soon as he was exposed, and you know, he just didn't want that. He didn't want that. He knew he had to renege. And not only that, Big Bad Brian A probably got at him.
Yeah, they got at him.
And he's got a young daughter too.
So
I don't know how old his daughter is. I don't think she's young. Like
doesn't matter. He has a child.
he has
That
a
he,
child.
yeah.
That's so. I had something pulled up. I was gonna read some stuff to really dig deep in it. Where is it?
Damn, man. It's like
How's the Celtics doing right now? They're playing, right?
I'm not sure how to score.
I just had that pulled up. What, they take it down or something?
Feds got you.
Oh man.
91-84.
What's the quarter? The fourth, right?
Third. 3 seconds left in the third.
Oh, nice. Man, I can't stand.
That's right, Amy. Raise your son to be better than all this.
Yeah, so where is it? Oh, this person just dropped more about Killer Karen. They call her Killer Karen. More about Killer Karen and how she concocted the McAlbert's frame job story in an attempt to blame them for her murderous crime and save her own psychopathic skin. This is on. Yeah, this is wild, man. So Steve Scanland, right? Let me read some of this blog. So he hooked up with this cat named what's the guy's name? Paul. Well, no, Paul. What's his name? I gotta find it. He was okay, girl. Paul McCaughey or something like that. What's his name? He was the he was the what do they call him? This private investigator for Yannetti. And he was a method cop detective.
Oh.
So I guess he hit Karen up in the messenger right when it went down, right when she got arrested, and he told her, hey, I don't know you like that, right? But I'll take this case for free, right? And I'll be your own private investigator on it. And I'll do whatever for free. And then she said, get a hold of my lawyer. And then he got a hold of Yannetti, and he went to Yannetti's office. But then Yannetti said that he hit him up and called himself Michael Lynch and said it was an alias. He gave him an alias or something. So these people on the other side are saying that when he came through with this information, it wasn't the way they're saying he came through with the Colin Albert information. He came through with the Brian Albert got beat up. He knew about all the
Yeah, he
bruises on
said
the
there was
face.
somebody in the yard or something, didn't he? He said, oh, he was the guy in the yard or something that saw some shit or whatever.
Nah.
What was that all about then? He was saying something else happening, or I thought that's what.
Nah, it wasn't him, man. It was so they're trying to pull tapes, right? So they're thinking about pulling this other cat up. What's his name? Steve Scanland traveled with David Yannetti's office to meet with him and private investigator Paul Makowski. Excuse me, Paul Makowski. So Paul Makowski was working for Yannetti. Steven said he crossed paths with Makowski in the past. Makowski retired from the Medford Police Department just a few months before Karen Reed committed her murder, which is bullshit. Stephen went on to say that during his visit to Yannetti's office, there was another individual present during their meeting, which was identified as Makowski, who was also a private investigator. During the meeting, Scanland was asked if he knew Colin Albert and an ATF agent, both whom were allegedly in the home during the evening hours when O'Keefe was killed. According to Stephen, this was the first time he heard of Colin Albert and an ATF agent possibly involved in the matter. So, basically, this guy, Steve Scanlon, could go on the side of Hank Brennan. If Hank Brennan pulls Steve Scanlon in and says, yo, were you the one that told them about Colin Albert? He flipped it. And he said, nah, they're the ones that told me. You see what happened?
Yeah. They're the
So
ones that told me. He said.
so he's really not a hero because he's flipping it and saying Yannetti's a liar.
Yeah.
So he could get out of it. So he's, according to Steven, this was the first time he had heard of Colin Albert and an ATF agent possibly involved in the matter, and both had been mentioned by Makowski and Yannetti. Prior to the meeting concluding, Steven stated that Yannetti handed him a check for $1,200 and asked him to keep his eyes and ears open in Canton. Although Steven took the check, he consulted with his attorney, Tim Flaherty, and returned it back to Yannetti since he was not working on the case and further felt it would be a conflict of interest. So when he flipped it, he turned around and said, "Oh my God, man, I mean, I know these people too good. I didn't know it was big bad Brian A. And oh my God, Jesus, I can't work on this case."
Right. I got
But
it.
Yannetti is saying he's the one that came to him, which he did. He inboxed Karen.
That's crazy, man.
I want to be the first to help you reach your goal. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that, my brother. We just trying to get some things together.
I think
Is that
that's
Michelle? Oh, Michelle, my bad, Michelle. I'm blind over here. Sorry, Michelle. Michelle, peace, nothing but love. Yeah, so Scanland is scandalous. Yannetti sent Lally a certified letter and detailed what happened. Why would Yannetti lie? Laugh out loud. He wouldn't lie. Yes, but this is what the other side is saying. So the other side now, since we're in the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? We're moving. Although the case is for January and they're pushing to get the case flipped to April. April's gonna come before you know it. I mean, it's what? It's only like what, 4 months away, 5 months away. What is it? With December, January, February, March? Yeah, 550
No,
days.
I think that's a bullshit excuse to say that he's scared of Brian Albert. Because Brian Albert's an old dude, man. I don't care how scared.
He's not an old dude though. He's like 55 years old, dude. He's not that old.
Well, I don't know. I just don't understand how people would be so scared of this man.
Because he doesn't want to be known as a rat.
And he already came forward though.
But he came forward, but he didn't know he was going to be exposed. You understand what I'm saying? And then he reneged and he fucked the whole.
I get what you're saying.
He fucked the whole case up. What you mean? Like now, what I'm trying to tell you is, if you got Beetlejuice, Hank Brennan, he might turn around and pull Paul Makowski in, and might pull in Scanland in to get on the stand and say, "Yo, what exactly happened in that office that day?" And make Yannetti look stupid, because if Makowski turns around and says, "No, we knew about Colin Albert," but obviously they didn't know, because Yannetti admitted it during the bail hearing for the indictment. When they wanted to raise the bail, I think he mentioned that Yannetti mentioned during that hearing that the case totally took a turn. And he got more information, and what he thought was a tragic accident, he said, come to find out, somebody did some real foul shit. They did Officer John O'Keefe dirty. And you got to keep in mind, when she got arrested on the 3rd or the 2nd of February, that's when he called her. That's when he hit her up. He texted her after she bailed out and hit the streets. He said, "Listen, you're being framed. This shit ain't right," or whatever. We're going to get into it. I'm going to pull a clip up when he talked to Turtle Boy. So I just want to get everybody involved. People don't talk about the Steve Scanland, a.k.a. Scandalous. Why you got to be so scandalous, Steve? Thank you, Reese. I appreciate it. Shady 580.
Shady 580.
Are you following me on this? This is something that gets slept on. Because you got to understand. In the Dateline was the last one, right? The last hit piece. The last
Vanity Fair was the last.
Well, Vanity Fair, but the last visual
was the last Dateline with that guy, that older gentleman there.
So peep game. Who just sent me a 10? Thank you. I got you a secret squirrel. Secret squirrel. Nothing but love, peace, 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 love, love.
Thanks,
Peep,
Secret.
peep game, peep game. When she was on that, remember when she was looking at David Yannetti when they said, "Oh, we got the informant came through and told us what happened," and then we started piecing it together.
Yes, yeah, yeah,
The thing
yeah.
is, right? What do we always say when she was in the garage when she
Shit.
first when she got cuffed and stuff on the indictment 4 months later when she was downstairs? She looked at the state trooper and she said, "Is this a joke?" Right?
Yeah, ain't we all, are we all in on the same joke or something?
And who'd she name drop?
Colin Albert.
And Brian Albert and Big Bad Brian A.
And Brian Albert.
But she never mentioned Higgins. So stay there with me. The point is, so she knew nothing about Higgins.
Right.
She knew nothing about that waterfall fight that we go over and over again. The hands up at 11:58. John saying, "Hey, come on, bring it."
Yeah.
The heel toe, the heel toe.
I
He
mean,
had,
if she didn't, I would find that really hard to believe. If she did,
but she's saying that she didn't know.
I
She's
guess.
saying that she didn't because she's saying Scanland is the one that put her on to game.
Right. I see where you're going with it.
You
She
see what
already
I'm saying?
yes, but she already dropped it when she had said, "Ain't we all in on the same joke here?"
No, but that was after.
Oh, okay.
That was after. That was after when Scanland told her what happened. Scanland said, "Listen, Karen, you don't know me, but what happened in that house and the injuries that happened to John, keep in mind, this is the day it happened. This is like within the 5 days. There was no autopsy reports. There was no pictures out on TV. Nobody knew exactly what happened. And this dude's saying, listen, what you think happened didn't happen. I'll do it for free." Karen said, "You got to hit my lawyer up." He hit Yannetti up. He went down there. Everything was saying he told Yannetti. He told Yannetti it was Big Bad Brian A. He told Yannetti what happened. It was he got beat up. He puked. He died. They put him on the lawn. And then Yannetti was like, "All right, here's some money. Keep your ears open." Somehow or another, it got leaked. I don't know how it got leaked. We're gonna have to have Turtle Boy up here because he knows it all, right? But it got
Yeah.
leaked, and he got put out there, and then he flipped the story, and Turtle Boy hit him up, and we're going to get into that clip right now. Turtle Boy talked to him, and he flipped the whole thing. And I can tell you from where I'm at right now as a man, and what I know, I could just tell he's lying because Turtle Boy asked him, "How did you know Colin Albert was there?" And he was like, "Who? Who? Who?" Sounded like an owl.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Same dude?
Scanlon came forward like 2 days later. Yeah, right. He did. So the point is, though, Karen is always saying, Karen said that the reason why she knew what happened is because of Scanlon, but she had no idea what happened to him at all, right? Because she was so blacked out drunk, right?
Right.
So the problem is, this is where it gets ugly for her in trial. Because once again, we talk about the waterfall video. He was blacked out, so she relied on what Scanlon told her, which is understandable. Scanlon starts saying, "Listen, the dude got beat up in the house, name dropped Colin Albert. He painted the picture. He's all in." Well, there you have it. That's what must have happened. But I don't really remember shit. Obviously, at this point, she don't remember nothing because she's holding on to everything Scanlon's saying. But if she looks at that waterfall video, she could piece it together just from that waterfall video, knowing that there was some tense moments, even if she didn't feel it or she didn't know. And the question is, how much was John saying to her in the car, especially when John was on the phone talking to Jen McCabe the whole ride there?
Right.
Like, these are all the things she got to piece together. So the point is, if her main meal ticket is Scanlon informed me of what happened, and now Scanlon's flipping it and saying, "Nah, that ain't what happened. They told me." Once again, that makes Karen look like a liar.
Yeah, it does.
You see what I'm saying? So it's back to the soundbite. Like, Karen never spoke about that, right? Like, we haven't heard Karen speak on the guy Scanlon saying all these things and how passionate he was, kind of like you and myself, right? And about the situation. And And then all of a sudden he reneges on the whole deal and says, nah, that ain't what happened. That I knew about it from TV. And I just said, hey, I just think it stinks like everybody else does. That's his so we're gonna play it right now. So he basically said, I knew like what James know and JFK know. I don't believe, I think she's innocent. I don't think she did it. And I don't know Brian like that. And I didn't think it was because of Brian Albert. I don't care who was involved, he said. He said, I don't care who was involved. It wasn't because of big bad Brian A, a dude I knew. A dude I know beats dudes' asses. No, it wasn't because of that.
Yeah.
And he's flipping it and he's saying that Yannetti put them words in his mouth. So if they're going on, there was an informant and the informant saying, nah, I ain't never said that. Now, basically, you're back to square one because now you're fucking with credibility of who said what. And is she making up a lie? Is she trying to concoct the story?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm trying to say? And I'm telling you, if they bring him on the stand against her or, free battle just as a witness and say, hey, what happened that day? Oh, well, I went in there and I just said, hey, it doesn't, if you need a private investigator, you can hire me. And, I'll do it for free because I think she's innocent. It doesn't sound right what happened. Well, what didn't sound right? Well, he died and hit by a car. I didn't know. And he just plays Mickey the Dunce. And, well, did Yannetti ever say that Colin Albert was there? Yeah, Yannetti told me that. Yannetti told me it was Brian Albert's house. I didn't know that.
That's a good point.
What's that?
Sorry, Jay. What's Matt Carr saying? She also said that she didn't know if they were invited to 34 Fairview, but she said how could that be true? John was getting directions from Jen, wasn't he? That's not going to make her look good either.
She also said in that same soundbite that I didn't think he was mortally wounded.
Right. Mortally. I mean, her wordplay is different than ours, obviously.
I mean, that's crazy. This is what I'm trying to tell you, bro. We talking about if we all listen, disclaimer.
Right.
We all think free Karen Reed. We all know Karen Reed's innocent, but the point is they're trying to, as you can see, the Commonwealth is trying to, now, like I said, I think Hank Brennan could put this to bed if he does the right thing. But if Hank Brennan is selling his soul, I call him Beetlejuice. Now, if you look at Beetlejuice, he's still a zombie. Still can't be trusted. But he could maybe do the right thing. And I always said we don't know if he'll do the right thing or not. Right? But the way they're concocting it now and how they're putting it together now, based on if they are going to go in the direction to try to hang her on this manslaughter, and they call in these people, they call in her dad, they call in Scanland, they call in all these people, and everything gets twisted and turned, and now she's back to square one saying, I don't know what happened, but yet you seen him walk in the house, but you don't know what happened. Yet when he walked in the house, you didn't text him, hey, you never text me back. What's going on? Like, am I coming in or not? Like, you never text them like, that, like, hey, what's going on? Like, is everything good? Like, you never text them that. Like, there's so many ways, there's so many things, and there's a lot of people on the other side that's flipping it. So with that being said, let me get into this Steve Scanland shit so you can understand where I'm going with this.
No, you're right. We don't know, Willie. That's why we're all here. Because we don't know what happened.
I worked with him, just for a couple of years.
Okay. Are you still friends with him?
You know what? Since this whole thing took place, I'll be honest with you, if I saw him prior to this whole thing, I'd see him maybe once every, I don't know, 5 years.
Okay.
If I was at a road race or something like that, I'd run into him. It wasn't like we called each other or anything like that. But then, prior to this, I haven't talked to him when this whole thing started. No.
Okay.
Because I'll be honest with you, and I'm an honest person. This thing stinks.
What, the Karen Reed thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
tell me about it.
in my own view, when this whole thing took place, no one saw an autopsy photo. No one saw anything. You read about it, he had a scrape on his arm, a bump in his head, or whatever. Then when you did it, you opened everyone's eyes, because I was like, this is fucking bullshit. This dude got beat up.
Right.
It appeared he got beat up. And that's all. I mean, I've been just following you.
You see how he's buddying up with Turtle Boy? I just been following you, and I, that's how I found out. You know what I mean? And like Turtle Boy is picking him apart. Turtle Boy's like, "Yep, okay, but
Yeah.
you went to Yannetti last year, buddy. What are you talking about? I didn't get on this case for a year later. This happened in 2022. Turtle Boy didn't jump on this until 2023. So Turtle Boy's like, okay, well, that doesn't make any sense what you're saying, because I didn't hop on this shit until 2023. So keep following.
And then when you're out and about, everybody in the world's talking about it, and everybody has the same point of view you have.
Oh, I know.
It is what it is.
But people that are close to you have told me, and that's how I got your name, that you've known this was a beating for quite some time, and that you might have contacted the defense about it. Is that true?
That's correct. What I did was, here's what I did. When this whole thing took place, I said, this thing stinks. I don't give a fuck who's involved.
Yeah.
Okay?
I don't give a fuck who's involved.
An innocent person should not be blamed for something if they didn't do it.
Right.
And that's what I stand for.
Right.
So
now,
I reached out to Karen Reed.
You've spoken to Karen Reed?
No, I have not. I reached out to her a messenger.
Okay.
This was like a year or so, a long time ago. I don't know when it was.
Okay.
It was like a year ago. You reached out to Karen Reed, right? So you just told Turtle Boy. You just told him, right? Turtle Boy must be like, what the fuck is going on, right? Because right then and there, why are you covering it up, right? Like, what's the big deal? Like, you said what you said, player. Stand on it. So basically saying I talked to her a year ago, but I believe everything because you brought it all out. But you're the one that brought it all out, Stevie. Stevie, why you acting so scandalous, buddy?
Scandalous.
And I told her, I said, look, I'm reading this stuff. I'm looking at it. I didn't, if you need help with this, I'll give you help free of charge.
Free of charge. Good looking out, Stevie.
This guy's solid, Stevie.
Stevie, someone stole my bike. Can you go find it for me, Stevie?
I met with the attorneys, and then the attorney and the investigator. And when I met with them, I didn't know who they were looking at or what. You know what I mean? I didn't really know the focus of it. I didn't know the people involved.
Yeah, all right. Stevie, you didn't know the people involved, so you just hit Karen Reed up.
For what? If you didn't know what was going on.
You just hit her up. You just randomly hit her up, right? Just to be like, oh, I don't know what's going on, but, you allegedly ran over a cop and, a Boston cop, and I don't think you did it because of what? Why wouldn't you? At that point, I'm just saying, be clear, people, disclaimer, because we know. Let me pull this up real quick. We got a $9.99. I don't get what this was right here. Let me pull that up. I'm sorry, people. I'll get back to it. I just want to be fair. What does this mean? Karen is not guilty. Sean and Higgins started to tell a friend about Colin and Brian A. with the dog, and then the friend said, stop talking. I cannot hear this, and walked out the bar. Okay.
Sean and Higgins?
So you're saying that she didn't know nothing about it? Is that what you're trying to say? That Karen didn't know nothing about what was going on? So let me get back to Scanland. Thank you, Coffee Cake. I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to go back to that. I'll read that again. I really didn't understand, but I think basically you're saying that Karen didn't know what was going on in the bar at the waterfall, if that's what you're getting at. But here's a guy saying he just randomly hit up Karen Reed. Now, at that point, disclaimer, why would you think she didn't do it?
Right.
There was not, I'm in Boston. Like, what do you mean? I seen it when it came out. Lady hits dude in the truck. They didn't say she hit him in the truck and you know what I mean? And she tapped him and he fell asleep and he died. Nah, they said she hit him in the truck. So my point is, when I heard it, I thought maybe she hit him and ran him over and like dragged him 20 feet. Like, I didn't know what happened. So I assumed, hey, like, okay, she hit him and dragged him up the block and he got up and walked and fell out and died. Like, that's what I thought. I didn't think there was this big conspiracy. So why did you think that she was not guilty and something didn't smell right back right when it happened? But you didn't know who was involved.
Right.
And the question is, why is this clown? So the people on the other side that are saying that Karen used this guy to concoct a story, because that's what they're saying. They're saying that she used him and said, oh, he got a good story. Let's take some of his ideas, mix them with my ideas, and we can make up this big fucking story, James.
Hey, and it
It
worked.
wasn't me. Colin was there.
Yeah, it was cool.
You know what I mean?
Shit's crazy.
Whatever. And when they did, I was like, oh, you know, I have to walk away from this. I'm sorry. It's a conflict. It is what it is. I wish I could, but I'm involved. Whatever. And when they did, I was like, oh, you know, I have to walk away from this. I'm sorry. It's a conflict. It is what it is. I wish I could, but I told them if I learned of anything, if I knew anything firsthand, they would know about it.
Okay, what made you decide to go to them? Just it didn't smell right?
No, I mean, the injuries.
The injuries, right. Had you seen the autopsy photos at the time?
I saw your stuff. I followed you morning, tonight.
I followed you morning, noon, and night. You saw now Turtle Boy set him right up for the kill. Oh, you saw my stuff? Like you see my stuff? Like how did you know about the injuries, Peep?
And I'll tell you.
Yeah, but didn't you go like last year sometime before I wrote about this?
Yes, but that was only because they talked about swollen eyes, a cut on his arm, and I'm like, maybe he got hit by a plow, or maybe he got beat up because I think.
Oh, well, I just automatically assumed he got hit by a plow, or maybe he got beat up.
They said like he was missing a shirt or whatever it was. It looked like a fight.
Okay.
And that's whatever.
How'd it look like a fight? It would sound like a fight, wouldn't it?
I know. Were you there, Steve? Did you?
No, but I'm saying like you said it looked like a fight.
Well, that's
what do you
what
mean
I'm
it looked
saying.
like a fight?
There, physically, in the physical.
Like I remember one of my boys one time. Let me give you a quick story time with J.F.K. One of my boys one time, we was on a dirt bike, and we smoked the cops on the dirt bike and went into the garage. The cops came up to the garage and was like, "Who was the kids on the dirt bike?" And I'm like, "Not me." And my boy was like, "Yo, my boy was like, it wasn't me either." He was like, "I seen the sirens." And the cop was like, "Oh yeah, you seen the sirens? Oh, you mean you heard the cuff right up? See you later." Because you seen the sirens or you heard the sirens? You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
That little wordplay got him cuffed and stuff, got us jacked up. You see what I'm saying? And that's exactly what he just said. It sounded like, you know what I mean? Like it looked like a fight. No, you mean it sounded like a fight, Stevie. You fucked up, buddy. Pack it up. You're going to CWP.
Well, it looked to me like it was a fight.
Did they ask you to sign an affidavit sometime before I wrote about this? The injuries, right. Had you seen the autopsy photos at the time?
I saw your stuff. I followed you morning, tonight. And
I followed you morning, noon, and night, Turtle. I love you. Please don't throw me out there, Turtle. Don't write a fucking article on me, buddy. Please. I don't want to get killed out here in Southie. Oh man. Hold on a second. Let me get this.
Morning, noon, and night.
Makes sense. Most people don't know the DA knew the story of February 22. That call was to the reporter 18 months later. Yes, indeed.
And I'll tell you.
Yeah, but didn't you go like last year sometime before I wrote about this?
Yes, but that was only because they talked about swollen eyes, cut
When did they talk about swollen eyes? The fuck are you talking about, Stevie?
on his arm, and I'm like, maybe he got hit by a plow.
Maybe he got hit by a plow.
Maybe he got hit by a plow. Hey, Karen, I'm gonna find that plow driver for you.
Or maybe he got beat up because
Oh, maybe he just got beat up. Why would you beat up by who? At 12 o'clock at night and right before a blizzard. Who the fuck beat him up? Frosty and Rudolph? It was the little red-nosed reindeer.
they said like he was missing a shirt or whatever it was. It looked like a fight.
Okay.
And that's
It looked like a fight, huh, Stevie? Buddy, it was a 72-hour investigation. You just fucked up, pal. We're all getting loved. You just locked the whole unit down because you don't know how to talk. Shut up, will you? You got the right to remain silent. It looked like a fight? You mean it sounded like a fight? Come on, buddy. You just ratted everybody out.
Jesus Christ, Stevie.
Damn, Stevie, man. You straight dry snitched out the whole unit.
Got the whole
Hey, whatever it was, it looked to me like it was a fight.
No, it didn't. It sounded like it was a fight, you fucking nut. Stevie, why are you so scandalous?
Oh God.
Did they ask you to sign an affidavit or anything?
No. It was just a simple talk.
Okay.
It was just a simple conversation. It was only my opinion. That's all it was.
Okay.
My opinion. They had a different opinion. Not a different opinion. They believed there was something happened.
They had a different opinion. What opinion was that? After you told them that Brian Albert was a killer and he beats dudes' asses, and you heard an ATF agent, they put him on the lawn. You told them that. Listen, buddy, Yannetti listen, you're a private investigator, bro. Okay, you go out, man, and kick it with the repo man. You know what I'm saying? You probably are at Target right now, Scanland. You busting dudes for iPhone chargers? Because I need a block. My block broke and my shit's charging.
Yeah, I need a new one too.
I mean, don't arrest that dude tonight stealing a whole bunch of them, all right? Be easy on the shoplifters. What are you doing, Scanland? You got a scanner in your back pocket, Scanland? Scanland with the scanner?
Scanland.
Damn,
oh,
man.
Shit.
Scandalous. I mean, buddy, Yannetti is a DA at the end of the day, man. He's got pride. He's not going to make up a story for Karen Reed. He's not going to sit there. And the other dude, Makowski, is a ex-detective from Medford Police. Not saying that I trust any Medford Middlesex County cop, but at the end of the day, he's a detective. He's got more time in the paint. You're a private investigator. You're out there trying to hustle folks. I'll see if your baby's daddy is with his ex. Like, that's what you do, right? Like
he
insurance fraud.
People over and shit too.
You're probably at Planet Fitness right now, seeing if the old man who's got the lawsuit up the street is doing deadlifts. Like, you know what I mean? Like seeing if anybody's scamming the insurance company. So my point is, why would Yannetti lie, Scanland? It's because this is what you're saying now. Turtle Boy, you were copping a plea. You were straight copping out to Turtle Boy because you know Turtle Boy is gonna write up an article because Turtle's nice with the articles. He'll write one up real nice. Steve Scanland, Scandalous Steve. Oh, you were shook to death. Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
okay. As far as like a fight.
Okay.
Okay, and that was it. And then I left. That was it. We talked about my background, and
talked about my background, how I worked at Macy's. I caught a couple of dudes shoplifted some polo jackets. Listen, Scanland, we want the polo gooses, man. The 92 with the ski man on the back. Come on, bro. Don't arrest them dudes. I want one. 150.
You killing
Steve.
us.
You fucking
Stevie,
with my
type
hustle.
Of dude. Yeah, you fucking up a hustle at Christmas time, man.
Damn, Scanland.
How I knew Brian, how I knew other guys that we worked with, things like that. Very simple talk, and that was it.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, believe me, I'll call you Clarence.
I'll call you Clarence.
If I learn anything firsthand, you're going to know about it too.
Yeah, I'm just...
And I only say that because if it wasn't for you, the fucking story would have never made it.
Right.
It would have been dead.
Can I ask you, how did you know Colin Albert was in the house?
You notice he turned around, tried to butter Turtle Boy up, so he's thinking that's what Turtle Boy wants to hear.
Even called him by his government name and shit.
Because he's a stooge. That's what stooges do. They try to tell you, they try to say things to you that you think you want to hear. So he's trying to butter Turtle Boy up, like, listen, you're the one that broke it. Don't put this shit on me. Because in all actuality, it's him who broke it. Turtle Boy did what he did. You know what I'm saying? Put it all together and flood the internet. That's what TB does, right? Make no question about it. But it's him who had some information from Jump Street. And he's trying to be like, nah, Turtle, I got it all from you.
Morning, noon, and night.
Morning, noon, and night, Clarence.
Yeah, Clarence.
How did you know Colin Albert was in the house?
Watch this.
Probably through you. I don't even know Colin Albert.
No, but did you tell the attorneys that Colin Albert was in the house when you met with him?
Did I what?
Did I what? Rewind that, yo.
Did I what?
Come on, Scanland. Look at this. Scanland, you fucking up, bro.
You're gonna know about it too.
Yeah, I'm just.
And I only say that because if it wasn't for you, the fucking
If it wasn't for you, Turtle.
story would have never made it.
Right.
It would have been dead.
Can I ask you, how did you know Colin Albert was in the house?
Who?
Who?
You know, fucking owl.
This is where. Come on, scandalous. Come on, scandalous Scanland. Look.
How did you know Colin Albert was in the house?
Probably through you.
Probably through you.
Coffee Cake is back saying Brian Higgins told a third party friend. Oh, she's explaining what she said the last time, I think.
All right, I got you, Coffee Cake. I'm gonna pull that up in a second. Give me 1 second, Coffee Cake. So look at this. Look at this pot.
I don't even know Colin Albert.
No.
I don't even know Colin Albert. Of course you don't. But you know it's Chris Albert's son, and you know he's related to Big Bad Brian A. But watch how it gets good. Watch this one.
But did you tell the attorneys that Colin Albert was in the house when you met with him?
Did I what?
Did I what?
Did I what?
Did I what?
He sounds like he's at the bar too.
Did I what?
Are you at the waterfall, Steve?
Tell the attorneys that, or David Gannetti or whoever, when you didn't mention the name Colin Albert to them?
I didn't even know Colin Albert.
Okay.
Scandalous man. Did I what? You know what you did, bro. And you reneged. And honestly, it's not a good look for Karen. So Karen is not guilty. Sean and Higgins started to tell a friend about Colin and Brian Albert with the dog. Whoop, sorry, wrong one. I'm sorry, let me get to that. Thank you, Coffee Cake, by the way. Appreciate it. Brian Higgins told a third-party friend while drinking at a bar about what happened at Brian Albert's house with Colin and the dog. And the friend said, stop talking, and left. This person told Sean what Higgins told him. He told who? Sean on the golf?
No, she talking
Sean.
about.
She told Sean what Higgins told him. That's what she's saying. She's saying that Higgins was in the bar saying what happened, the fight, what happened, and the person who Higgins was talking to knew Sean and told Sean on the golf.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. But did you hear this dude Scanland, man?
Yeah.
Like he's like, what? And he's buttering Turtle Boy up because he knows Turtle Boy's power. He knew this story was getting mad. He's no fool. He knew this was getting traction. He was bowing out, man, as quiet as he could. And rightfully so, Scanland, because you have a daughter that's the same age as Brian Albert's daughter, and you just don't want to be mixed up with the police. You don't want to be a witness. I get all that. But when it first initially happened, you opened up your mouth and you did it. So now you're saying you stand on not wanting guilty, innocent people being guilty. But now, if you do get called in, what are you going to say?
Right.
Because, like, at this point, Hank Brennan might call him in and Mikowski in and say what, and Mikowski is going to say the truth, right? And if the truth is that this guy said it was Colin and Big Bad Brian A. and an ATF agent, then that's going to be his word. And then if this dude turns around and says, no, I ain't never said that, they told me that, it's going to make it, you know what I mean? It's just another witness shitting on Karen's story.
It's just more, how do you say it? I guess fuckery to add to the shit she doesn't need right now. She doesn't need.
Ladies and gentlemen in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen that are watching right now. I could play you something from a guy right now that is on the other side. I don't know if you guys want to see it. I know you guys get real. You know, we're very touchy. We don't want no negative shit. But there's a guy. I forget his name. I could pull him up if you want, and he goes in on Karen. He does the opposite of what I do, and he makes points why Karen is guilty. So what I'm saying is there is ops out there, meaning there's people on the other side. Yeah, you know what I mean. There's people on the other side that are trying to shit on Karen. We're in the fourth quarter, 5 months, 150 days. If not, maybe 2 months. But we think it's going to go down in April, right? You guys might have seen this video before. I got some people saying they want to see it. Now, like I said, I don't agree with this dude. Disclaimer.
Disclaimers out there, yeah, before.
I don't agree with this dude, but I'm always down to debate somebody, but I feel you can't debate anybody in this game because it turns into a shit show. Because it can't just be, my opinion, your opinion. It turns into getting clips clipped. Then it goes on Twitter, and next thing you know, you got all these weirdos just disrespecting you. And I don't like that type of shit.
No.
So I don't want that type of heat, because I'll bring it. But I'm gonna play it. I just gotta find it real quick. Give me a second. James, take over the chat. What are we doing here?
Yeah, man. So I'm just looking at the chat right now. We have probably April, Jeff Williams. Yeah,
no, it's
probably.
not April. No, he's saying, April. Oh, my bad, April. My bad. I thought he meant the girl. My bad.
Yeah, April. In April. I mean, isn't that what I think both parties agreed to do it in April. They asked for like a month or two out, which should be enough time, you would think. I mean, 6 months to get this shit together should be enough time. If it goes to April.
That's still short, man.
Yeah, it is.
That's still short time, man. I see Mikey's podcast today. He shouted us out.
Oh, yeah? Shout out to Mikey Crawford.
Yes,
shout out to all the creators, man. Out there.
Just trying to find this. I didn't know I'd be watching this much YouTube. God damn.
Jeff, hey, Lisa. Lisa said, hey, JFK, it's nice seeing you.
Was it Friday? Talk to the people, man.
Shit, man. So anybody that wants to subscribe to my page, I have my page up now running, James Jackson. I can put it in the description. It's in the bio, actually. I'm gonna put it in here. But if you can follow my page, I'm almost at 600 right now.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah, it'll be good once, we get more content together. And when you're here, we're going to get some content done. It's just, how's the knee? Who, me? My knees. I don't know if that's towards me.
No, he means your ankle. He means your ankle, bro.
No, that's Drea. She knows about my ankle.
Oh, does she?
I think.
I forget the name of this dude, man. What is the name of this dude? I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure this out.
Must he got a channel or something? YouTube channel?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I thought it was right at the top. I guess I was wrong.
Yeah, where's the boomers at tonight?
The boomer love.
We need some boomer love.
We need some boomer love. So what do we feel about that Scanland stuff, man? Do you think he's lying or what?
I mean, shit. I think he's lying. Yeah, bro. I don't think.
I hope you think he's lying. It's plain. You think Yannetti's lying?
Well, that's I was just thinking about it. I can't see Yannetti lying for Karen Reed for anybody at that cost. Not just Karen Reed. I can't see him lying for anybody. I mean, yeah, there's ways
there you go.
lawyers can lie. And
perfect.
what?
Nah, that's
Not
perfect what you said.
yeah, not life for nobody at that, but there are ways around it to do things, but I just can't see an Eddie coming out of nowhere with that story like that.
Nah, there's no way, dude.
Your Nettie's not.
There's no way. There's no way your Nettie would be. There's no way your Nettie would lie, dude.
No.
Because he was acting like he didn't know who Brian A was like that, and they told him it was Brian A. And when he found out, he was like, "Oh, well, you know, if it's like that, then I can't do nothing about it. You know, I can't get involved because
Can't get involved. Yeah. I don't understand. So, what was his connection to Brian Albert? Did it say, or did he? What, he just worked with him before or something? Where the hell did he even come from? Is what I'm asking. I guess. Anybody in the chat know where this dude came from?
Who? What are you talking about?
The dude Steve. Where did he come from?
What you
He
mean?
just called her up. He just hit her up out of the blue.
He hit her up, bro. He hit her up, and he said he knows what happened. And he told her what happened. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. He's saying that he's the one that gave them all the information. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand that.
But now he's flipping it, you know. And I'm so mad that I can't find this video right now. I don't know this dude's name, man. I think what's his name? Damn. Man. Something lineal, I think. Oh, I think I know. I think I remember. Hold on.
You got it.
I think his name was. The hell is this? Come on, bro.
Thanks, Alana. She listened, went over and subbed up. Appreciate that.
Oh yeah, I got it. All right, I'm sorry, people. It took me a little bit. 240 people in the room. You guys probably know this dude, the Boundless Millennial. He's vicious. This dude is vicious. He is vicious, dude. He is vicious, bro.
Simple pleasant. Oh.
Needs or whatever. Like that just so obnoxious.
Let me run this.
I'm sorry to kill my parents.
What's your name?
Xana.
Xana, do you live here?
He just said that Noah was in an accident.
Officer John O'Keefe, who was off duty, was found dead on Fairview Road yesterday morning.
She was stabbed at least 11 times in her head, her neck, and her throat.
Who does live here? Is your place?
Yeah. Normal kid who killed your parents.
We actually don't have like cross walks.
Kitchen's a bloody mess. She's not breathing. Why is the kitchen a bloody mess? I don't know.
The 4chan post is a little hard to read if you don't speak doofus.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
4-day party turned into something awful.
There's been a major break in the Amber Spradlin.
This dude's a nut.
The student president
Crazy looking, huh?
to instruct
Oh, he's a nut, this dude.
to delete all their social media.
No jury is going to convict me.
Chris Watts.
Was he a homosexual at 6? Did he make Daddy do it? Is it all his fault? We know who spearheaded this cover-up. You all know.
I tried my hardest to stop the bleeding.
This was my client's boyfriend, somebody with whom she was in love.
Stabbed him lightly in the back just to get him off. That she had to remember the bad times.
His father was massaging his dick.
You've never been in a fight?
No.
They got him wide open. His whole stomach's open.
It's just the internet. Relax.
You know.
All right, I don't want to see all that. What the fuck? My bad, people.
Dude, he's got a crazy intro, huh?
Yeah.
everyone inside that house decided, you know what? We should turn this into a murder, not just a beating. This should be a murder. So we should put him unconscious out on the front lawn next to his phone. Hopefully he doesn't come to and call the cops. But I guess that was the best plan to come up with. So they just lucked out that Karen Reed came back to the scene, recognized the mound of snow in the shape of John O'Keefe, and said, there he is. And started saying, could I have hit him? Did I hit him? And she also had an unexplained broken taillight, and they just lucked out. Like, what are the odds?
Now, that's 74.5% as far as the pressure being applied to the accelerator pedal, correct?
Correct. So the Lexus data from the first trial shows that she pushed the pedal down 75% of.
I can't hate on this dude. He does pretty good videos, though. I can't hate on him. He puts his time into the videos. I can't hate on him. He's on that side. He's comical. And if you're on that side, he'll make you believe, man, if you're on that side.
Of the way, got it up to 24 miles per hour, and there was a reduction in speed, but no reduction in acceleration, meaning she hit something and the steering wheel jostled. And that was the data that we saw in the first trial. So now the prosecution is asking to re-examine that data. And Karen Reed's team is like, no, don't examine it. But if she was innocent, wouldn't she want them to re-examine the data? Because if a better expert came to look at that data, they'd clearly see that she did not hit John O'Keefe, right? But no, she doesn't want them to look at it. Ask yourself, why would that be? Because she's not innocent.
That as I slowly edge my way down the street, he's going to say, wait, Karen, where are you going? One, I didn't really want to be there. Two, I had to go to the bathroom.
Her balloon knot leaks, right?
Yes.
And it pissed me off. 2 full minutes, I start calling him.
What happens next?
I left. I called him just over 50 times.
50 times?
Yeah.
John, I'm here with your kids. Nobody knows what the you are, you pervert.
Men and women of integrity will undo the wrongs that have been perpetrated on my family and my daughter.
Oh, integrity. Come on now. We seen you all gawking at the back of Karen Reed's car that morning. We all know what you're looking at.
She felt she struck something.
Get a grip, man. You have no integrity.
Damn, dude.
Damn, man.
This dude is vicious. I'm telling you, disclaimer. We do not agree with anything this man is saying. We do not agree. You're just coming into the chat right now. I'm just giving you an idea of how I feel. Well, hold on. Let me finish, James, please. I feel that these people are all ganging up now. Things started coming unglued in the Karen Reed community. This dude turned around right in the heels of that and drops this video. Right? I don't know if it was coincidental or not. You got guys saying if you don't show up the standouts, if you don't got Karen Reed links, if you don't do 50 push-ups, you can't be in the Karen Reed crew, all this weird shit going on. And then this guy drops this video. So I'm just saying, when you got more suckers pushing and not too many of us pulling, you understand what I'm saying? There's a lot of suckers pushing, not enough real ones pulling. Me and James are real ones. We can watch this. We got thick skin. Disclaimer. If you don't have thick skin and you can't watch this man, log off right now. He might make you feel upset because he doesn't hold no punches. Peace to this dude. I don't know who this dude is, and I'm willing, if you do watch my video, I'm willing to bring you up on my show and debate you. And we could go through all your shit, and then we could go through all mine. But it's got to be respectful. You got anything to say, James?
Said. That's well said, man. No, I
But Dad, I think I struck something. Just, I remember, all right, backing up and hitting something.
She said John goes in, walks into the door, and she just looks down at her phone. If you were going to send someone into a house and they were going to go in and check it out, and then they just disappeared into thin air, yeah, you would call and text saying, should I park the car and come in, or I'm going to leave you here. Do you have a ride home? But no, Karen didn't text or call or do anything. All of a sudden, she's just raging and screaming at him as she's driving towards his house. So she lied. Her entire story makes zero sense. We know that he didn't get out of the car right away because nobody saw him. His phone shows that he didn't get out of the car. And Karen Reed saying he got out of the car and she was calling and texting is a lie. So you know that he didn't get out of the car. You know that he was still in the car arguing with her all that time. And the GPS data shows that he never went near that front door of the house. The furthest he got to getting in the house was where his body was found. And then, in the most damning statement of all, Karen lets the truth slip out.
But could I have clipped him? Could I have tagged him in the knee and incapacitated him? He didn't look mortally wounded as far as I could see, but could I have done something that knocked him out and in drunkenness and in the cold didn't come to again?
And this would have been the moment you dropped him off at the party.
Yeah, would have had to have been.
There's a lot of suckers pushing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people on the other side pushing. Not too many real ones pulling. This dude's dropping videos. He's editing them all nice.
Yeah.
He's got his microphone set up. He's well-spoken.
Yep. He's got the sound bites that we talked about. He's using those sound bites. Come on, man.
You got to do better, man. Doing these lives, man, and making people just all feel good. And Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty's coming and fucking Thanksgiving's going to be great. Trump's in office. It's real fucking cute. Stop being content, people. There's a lot of suckers out there pushing. And that's all due respect to Homeboy, because I ain't got nothing against him. I think he actually did this video. Me being a videographer, he did a good job on it. Put some time into it. And usually when you put time into things, and you could check my playlist, read Between the Lines playlist, I put time into my videos and I edit them. A lot of people just go live. They ain't doing what microdots do. They don't do what JFK does. They don't put time into the edit. And they just yap. You got to do 50 pull-ups to be in the Karen Reed crew. 50.
75.
75 pull-ups? Can I use my EBT card to get a Ghost Energy drink?
Yeah.
And I think we all know this is exactly what happened. She clipped him. She didn't think he was mortally wounded. And then she called 50 consecutive times, hoping that he was going to get up and answer the phone.
She said, John's dead. Carrie. And then she hung up.
He didn't look mortally wounded as he walked inside the house. Does that make any sense to you at all?
He's dead.
And then, after the 53 calls are made, she starts calling around to people saying he's dead. He might have got hit by a plow. Without having any additional information.
I texted him, John is dead.
I'm afraid John might be dead. He might have gotten hit by a plow.
Why would she jump to the conclusion if she saw him walk into that door? Why would the conclusion be he got hit by a plow? Because she didn't see him walk inside that door. She told the truth. She thought she clipped him. She thought he wasn't mortally wounded. She drove away. She was pissed. She called him 50 times. After he didn't answer the 50 calls, she started to get worried.
He didn't look mortally wounded.
She called her father at 1 a.m. Why else would she call him? Just to catch up? Hey, Daddy, I know you're sleeping, but I just ran over my boyfriend when I was drunk. I don't know what to do.
Yo, I hate to laugh at that shit, man. Damn, yo. I can't cry, people.
No, but see, he can get away.
Cry.
Listen, man.
Listen, fear is fair, man. Fear is fair. We laugh at the Brian A. story, him having sex with his wife and calling A, clean calling, and the donuts. We laugh at them fools. The way this dude is putting this shit together, man, I'm telling you, you got a lot of people on the other side pushing, not enough pulling. We got to get it together. We got to stay thick in this. We got to stand together. We got to combat these fools. It's coming down to crunch time because I don't know this dude's background. I don't know if he's a lawyer or anything like that, or he studied being a lawyer, or he's just a, he's just a YouTuber. But if you think this dude's doing damage, think about what Hank Brennan could do with these sound bites, right? This is just a preview.
It's a preview. Look, he's got the fancy chair.
You're driving around. Do you expect to see him like lying on the street drunk?
Yeah.
Or passed out?
I was worried he might have gotten hit by a plow. That was my first thought. It's the only explanation I could think of for why John just disappeared into thin air.
And then when Karen comes back to the scene with Kerry Roberts and Jen McCabe, after she gathers up her witnesses, she says he's right effing there.
I don't know. I don't know if she stopped, if she slowed down.
Why would anybody think a snowdrift is a person unless you had more information, right?
And she ran over to a mound of snow.
His body was covered in snow.
I ran over and I dug his head out, rubbed the snow.
Blood starts coming out of John's mouth.
That body wasn't hit by my car.
She kept saying, this is all my fault. This is my fault. I did this.
So if Karen saw him go inside the house, why is she asking people how long someone can be out in the snow without a jacket?
She asked if somebody could be alive in the snow without a jacket for many hours.
Because if she saw him go inside the house, she wouldn't know how long he was out in the snow without a jacket.
She grabbed my hands and she said, Google hypothermia, Google how long it takes to die in the cold.
So you can assume that she did know exactly how long he was out in the snow without a jacket, because otherwise she would not be asking people this question. Mind you, she never said to any police officer, I don't know what happened. I dropped him off at this house. Go inside that house. Something must have happened inside that house. She never said that. Her only question is, did I hit him?
He's fucking dead.
I hit him.
I hit him.
Oh
my God, I hit him.
I didn't see any actual tears, but
she's seated right at that table right there.
But it's a waste of taxpayer dollars.
The characteristics of the object that comes in contact with a person will often leave the characteristics on that person in the form of an abrasion.
Where was the shoe?
I don't
know.
know.
Police searched it. They took his body out of there, and he's wearing one shoe.
The other one's
Where's
gone.
the other shoe?
Shoes can't come off in a pedestrian impact.
So how drunk were you?
I had felt like I had alcohol. I felt that I had a buzz. But I did not feel it was unsafe for me to be operating my vehicle.
So she's on video pounding 9 vodkas within a 3-hour period, and then her blood alcohol content is 0.089 hours later. So they can estimate that her blood alcohol was 2 to 3 times the legal limit at the time that she hit John O'Keefe. So in the Vanity Fair article, she's still trying to look for the library footage, even though we know she connected to Wi-Fi at 12:36. The missing library footage was 12:37 to 12:39. And we also know from cell tower data that she didn't even go that way. So is she really looking for that footage, or is she still trying to manipulate stupid people?
It's obvious with all the evidence that she didn't do it.
The Vanity Fair article calls out the 29,000 texts to Sandra Birchmore and tries to tie it into the Karen Reed case, saying Nick Carino didn't find those 29,000 texts. But you know what? The feds didn't find those 29,000 texts either on Matthew Farwell's phone. They found the text on Sandra Birchmore's phone. So it wasn't one organization found it and the other one didn't. They were deleted from Matthew Farwell's phone, and neither organization found them on his phone. They got the 29,000 texts from Sandra Birchmore's phone. So the prosecutor decided Dateline 2020 and Vanity Fair is not enough. We need Gretchen Voss's interview notes too. And those are going to be a doozy because that was before the full conspiracy theory was fully crafted. So we'll see if they get them. In response, Karen's team filed a motion to request all of DA Michael Morrissey's personal email and text messages, saying that he had a personal text with Jen McCabe in the middle of the night. It was around the time when Turtle Boy was really harassing them, and she filed for a stay-away order, and it was declined. And she said, I'm really mad about this, or Chris didn't get it, Chris Albert, because Turtle Boy was going to the town hall meetings and the pizza shop to harass him. Chris Albert, who was not even at the house at the same time.
Oh, he was there, buddy.
Keith was.
I'm pretty sure he
So
showed
anyone
up.
that's looking at this objectively, it's quite obvious that they're just trying to push the conspiracy narrative. Now they need to include the DA's office in the conspiracy, because no matter what, the facts are not in Karen's favor. The facts show that she killed him. So now the DA's in on it too, right? But the funny thing is that Sean McDonough said that Michael Morrissey's phones were wiretapped by the feds.
that they have wiretaps on Marcy.
There he is, Sean. What
you
up?
said to me,
Sean, what are you doing?
Sean, what the fuck?
Was hiding the ball.
Wrong again, Sean. Maybe you should have checked your source.
Those are your words. You're not that educated, Karen, in the federal law. And you're talking about wiretaps. You're talking about fucking Morrissey's cell phone and his office phones. Now, if you lied, then that's on you.
Oh, wait. His source was the defendant, Karen Reed, who's lied about everything. I mean, my God, how is this guy a federal DEA agent? He doesn't even know how to vet a source. He just takes a defendant's word as gospel. I mean, no wonder we have an opioid crisis in this country if they're all like that. Jesus Christ.
Wow. I mean, shit.
This fucking guy is ruthless, bro. Disclaimer. Throw up the disclaimer. Disclaimer, man. God damn, man. I'm sorry, people, man. I'm very sorry.
Sean on the big screen.
I'm sorry, people. I'm very sorry. I really am. I didn't mean to hurt nobody. You guys said you wanted to see it.
You guys asked for it.
Disclaimer.
Entertainment purpose only. It doesn't mean to hurt any. And don't take it seriously. This video is made for entertainment purpose only. It doesn't mean to hurt any. And don't take it seriously.
Ooh. I mean, this is the reality of it, though. You seen what this dude did with all his editing and maneuvers, right? This is what the DA is going to do when she goes to court if Hank Brennan goes down this road. Now, the reason why I brought up Scanland at the beginning is because that's what she's saying. She heard she had a source. She had a snitch that knew exactly what happened that day, and there's just no way that could have happened. Now he's turning around saying, nope, they told me that. This conspiracy shit is even more fake. They threw me in it just to concoct a story. I had nothing to do with it. Right?
Shit is getting out
Scanland?
of control.
Right, Scanland?
Maybe he got beat up because I think they said like he was missing a shirt or whatever it was. It looked like a fight.
Okay.
And that's whatever it was. It looked to me like it was a fight.
Did they ask you to sign an affidavit or anything?
No. It was just a simple talk.
Okay.
It was just a simple conversation. It was only my opinion. That's all it was.
Okay.
My opinion. They had a different opinion. Not a different opinion. They believe there was something happened.
Oh.
Okay. As far as like a fight.
Okay.
They believe something happened, Scanland. We just seen Scanland. I just did something I didn't want to do. I just put this guy on my show to show you how ugly what's going on the other side. If you're not on Twitter, people, if you're not on Twitter, you don't know what's going on Twitter, on X. It's ugly over there on Twitter.
Bad.
It's bad.
Yeah. If you ain't prepared for this, you're definitely not prepared for that over there.
It is bad.
Game of Thrones over there.
It is bad on Twitter. And I'm telling you, people are on Twitter, man. The peers are on Twitter. People are watching. So you got guys like this who took his time to put this video out. Believe me, he went over it. He made sure the dialogue was right. He made sure all his notes are right. He made sure he got it all in. He cut the crazy promo. Now, Scanland is the guy who told us what happened, right? Now he's back. Now he's backpedaling. What do you think needs to be done? Tomorrow she has court. She's back in court. You've seen the header. She's back in court. Is she going to be on her way? Just set me free. Home, sweet home.
Right.
I don't know, James.
I don't know either, my man. It's getting scary, though.
I'm on my way. Just set me free, man. Karen Reed, free Karen Reed. Free Karen Reed. Tonight.
Home.
Free Karen Reed, people. Free Karen Reed.
That's right, Jeff.
Dude. I'm sorry, people, that we had to watch that. But this is what people are doing. We got guys like Jeff.
Hey, Linda.
The truth will set you free.
What's the truth, Jeff?
X is the devil. And you see what happened, right, with Sean, right? See what happened with Sean. They turned around. They took that little sound bite from Sean, right?
And used it against her. And Sean's on her side.
And used it against her. Made it look like, and I mean, at that particular moment, let's keep it all the way 100. He was on her side as far as he thinks that she didn't do it. But at that particular moment, he wasn't happy with her.
No.
So that energy came off.
Right. And they took advantage of it. They
took advantage of it because you got people saying you got to do what was it, 75 pull-ups?
75 pull-ups, 50 push-ups.
And how many calories? How many calories do we got to eat a day to be on this free Karen Reach? I think we got to do a 1,800 calorie deficit.
18.
And no sugar, no sugar.
No sugar.
And is it Dunks or Starbucks? What coffees do we got to drink?
I think it's Starbucks now.
We only can eat Starbucks. So the only way you can be part of this free Karen Reed movement is that you got to do 75 pull-ups, 51 push-ups, only drink Starbucks, and be in a 2,000 or 1,800 calorie deficit. Shit, man. Do we measure up?
I hope so. Well, you got to be on the ground. You got to send.
Oh, you got to be. You got to go to the things.
Yep. Adidas.
Now, do they got the pull-up bars at the standouts?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen them. I believe they do, though. I believe so. I believe they're right.
And listen, peace to everybody that's doing their thing. Peace to everybody that's doing their thing. But make no mistake about it. We're coming in. We're trying our best to turn people. We got Jeff in here, and Jeff got questions. When he first came into this chat, he had no questions. He was all about forget Karen Reed. Now he has some questions. He questions some things, and that's what it's all about. If you can make people question it, the question what happened. And that's what we're doing. So we take our time to do that. Don't ever mistake it. No. JFK and J's, please come on Social Change Warriors. You guys have integrity and won't call us boomers. Amber, are you the one that runs Social Change Warriors? Hit me up. We won't call you boomers. We love that boomer love.
Oh yeah, Social Warriors. That's who I was saying the other night when you got the caller. I said, does she have her own channel? I was thinking because Sean was on her show, right? I believe so. Sean and some other cop.
Watching from the UK. Thank you both for bringing the truth. Just subscribe, James. God bless you both. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you. I appreciate the subscription.
Can you read the goal? But towards it, Pepper. Thank you. Thank you, Pepper. Pepper's always supporting. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pepper.
One more towards the goal. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Love is love. JFK, you need to add background music to that fool. Yeah, I do, right? And like I said, I wasn't really big on playing that dude either, man. And it's, to be honest with you, Super Sticker 9.99, Kelly Hill. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, sometimes
JFK and J's,
you gotta step out of your comfort zone.
Well, honestly, you got to give the dude respect because he did that video well.
Yeah,
it's not like we were watching. It was done well. It was, aesthetically it was right. The sound was right. Everything was right. It was easy to watch, easy to understand, and he got his point off. So you got to respect them for that. You got to respect any creator who takes time to be creative. So there's no question about it. Shout out to him. I don't know the dude. He doesn't think Karen is innocent, and that's okay. I'm cool with that. Like, it is what it is. And I'll be down to debate him right here in one of these squares. I got no problem with it. I think that he
would be a good person to debate, I think.
Yeah, I mean, because, you know, he's bringing out points, though. You know, why would you say mortally wounded? Why wouldn't you text in front of the house, hey, is everything okay? Can I come in? Why would you just peel off? Which brings back to the question, then was there a fight going on in the truck? Now, he said there was a fight going on, but what was the fight about? Did it have anything to do with the waterfall with Higgins? And if Karen is still holding on, and I mean this with all due respect, disclaimer, 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 disclaimer. Sorry, I gotta hit you a disclaimer.
After you went.
This video is made for entertainment purpose only. It doesn't mean to hurt any. And don't take it seriously.
Please.
Disclaimer. What I mean is, if Karen is still holding on to her pride and don't want to talk about the Higgins situation, she doesn't want to, even though it's been thrown out there and it's because at the end of the day, if the fight was over Higgins versus John, then the fight is because of Karen.
Right.
Right? In the end, and is she still not wanting to talk about that? She still don't want that light? I mean, I don't know. At this point, check out my videos, read between the line playlist. I'll put it in this description before I leave. I got 18 videos. I go into a deep dive. So, like I said, this is live right now. Sometimes my thoughts, I read the chat, I bounce it off James. Sometimes they're a little scattered. So follow me if you can. But check out my videos where I get more into depth and I'm more clear-headed. And that's what I mean, though. I mean, like, is it her ego that's making these decisions for her, James?
Yeah, I don't understand why she doesn't talk more freely about the Higgins thing. You know, a lot of people just want to push that to the side, but that's the whole reason this shit went down, man. I mean, yeah, cheating, whatever. I get it. It's petty, but if that didn't take place, this shit maybe never would have happened. Kinda, in a way. That's just my opinion. You know, because who knows how, like we always talk about, who knows how John was feeling. You know, we know Karen doesn't think that much of it, but how did John take it when he found out?
I mean, Paul O'Keefe, if you're watching, how you doing? I go by the name of J.F.K.
James Jackson, Paul.
How would your brother take it, Paul?
He would know.
How would John O'Keefe take it?
If he found out the girl he was bringing home to your niece and nephew, cooking dinner for your niece and your nephew, how would John react?
That's crazy, man.
Oh yeah, Brian Albert definitely had it.
Just one more night, and I'm coming off this long and winding road.
R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe.
Paul, what would your brother think, man? If he found out about Higgins, right? Well, he had an idea about Higgins, right, James?
Yeah, he definitely had an idea.
And I'm sure he didn't know that she went behind his back and she invited him over after the Patriots game to come sleep over with the kids in the bed.
Right.
And then you got to ask yourself this question. Why did she mention a snowplow? Right? Because she mentioned a snowplow, but doesn't Higgins have a snowplow?
Right.
So was Higgins stalking her when she was at Market Basket, grabbing some Oreo cookies, late night snacks for her and John and the kids? We're going to eat fucking Oreos. We're going to watch a little Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix and chill.
Did she turn around and look and there was Higgins? Hey, it's me. It's fucking Higgins. I'm at the same Market Basket as you, Karen. I just happen to follow you here, but I didn't follow you. Was you stalking her? And then she put it in her mind, like, damn, this dude, because think about it. He pulled up on her, gave her the nickname.
The weed whacker.
He gave her the nickname, the weed whacker girl.
Took away
Maybe he was
that.
out Market Basket, showing up at Market Basket everywhere she looked. There was Higgins. Hey, it's me. It's Higgins. He's ATF, right? That's what he does. He was on that ATF shit, wasn't you, Higgins?
Yeah, for sure. He was on that ATF shit.
So maybe in her mind, she's thinking, damn, man, if John got into a fight with him and then was walking, maybe he would come up and hit him with the plow.
Or, like we said, man, it was on site and she peeled off, got scared.
Just one more night, and I'm coming off this long and winding road.
Gotta ask yourself that question, man.
Just one more night, and I'm coming off this long and winding road. Just one more night, and I'm coming off this long and winding road.
R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe. Don't ever get it twisted. This is what we do. John, I guess we got to change our diet, John. Well, I'm doing about 2,000 calories a day. What are you doing?
I'm not doing as good as you.
No.
I know you count your calories. Well, I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Well, you
I'm
got to
not
get your
counting.
calories better. Because if you don't get your calories better, James, then you're not officially part of the Free Karen Reed movement.
I know.
How many pull-ups you think you could do right now with that ankle?
Oh, with the ankle? Shit, I do at least 40. So
40?
I still might not be there.
You got to do 75.
I got to do 75. I know.
Can you do 50 straight? 50 push-ups straight?
50 straight, yeah. I'm in.
All right.
So
all right, so we'll be in. Okay, we'll be all right.
All right.
Johnny, we're trying, John.
Trying to be, man.
We're trying.
You got nothing but love for you, Johnny.
We're on our way. We're on our way. I go by the name of J.F.K. Yes.
Hold on.
Woo. You think we can get in this crew? You think we can be down with this crew?
Someone said, Ariana Basto, is this bashing Karen night? What the fuck is going on? Ha ha. John cheated on her many times. Well, I don't know if John cheated on her.
Don't be scared, man. Hey, don't ever get it twisted. This is Free Karen Reed over here. If you don't believe us, let the music blow your eardrums out. Free Karen Reed. Yes. It's Free Karen Reed over here. I don't know how many more times we got to tell the people it's Free Karen Reed. It's always Free Karen Reed. But what we're saying is the pressure is on. Things are a little loose. I know you guys feel it.
You have to feel it, man. Unless you're not on the ground.
Well, that's another thing. You think you'll be able to make it on the ground? I mean, did you get the new Nike Air Max, the 89 flights?
89 flights and the plane be fitted?
If you got the 89 flights, you probably will be able to walk.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I can walk now. I'll be on the ground. When's the next thing? I gotta go. Actually, I gotta
if
go.
you don't go, you're gonna get fired.
I think I might go now. Get the first seat.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, shit, why not? I saw Plevlin out there one time.
Oh, Plevlin. He's our boy, dude.
Plevlin, he's a big dude, man, huh? He's like 6'5", maybe 6'4". He's a big dude.
Is he?
Yeah.
Damn, Cleveland ain't fucking around, huh?
Yeah, Cleveland.
Well, you know how we do it. We're taking your phone calls.
Tomorrow
Remember,
there's a standout.
Cash App JFK show off.
Yes. Cash App at JamesAmaral Jr.
I got you there. Hold on, I'll pull that up. Right up there.
Someone said he's 6'4" and $130. Damn.
I hope not, man.
I just hope he's healthy. You know, everyone wants to clown on the dude.
Listen, be clear. If you're on the replay crew and you watch some of this video and you're wondering why we pulled that man up, like I said, it's getting spooky out here. And we're not going to do what everybody wants. We're going to pull up people that have decent content and speaking on that side. I think he did his thing on that. You can hate all you want. The guy did a good video. He put together his point. His point was well taken. Now I can debate the hell out of it, and I'll do that tomorrow. You know what I mean? Tonight, I'm going to take your phone calls. I do that every night. I debate these fools every night. I stay at the waterfall. I get drunk at the waterfall. That's the bar we go to every night. Right, James?
That's it. Shit.
And so what we want to know is, you know, you talk about John. We had someone in here say that he cheated on her so many times or whatever. And that's cool. But we're talking about that night.
Exactly.
From
Patrick.
You're live with JFK and James Jackson.
What's up, yo?
What's going on, buddy?
Not much. Yo, I got a question for you before you get a conversation.
Go.
What's up with the push-up thing and, you know, doing standouts to get on the camera and read, you know, squad? Like, what's with that?
I don't know. I mean, we're just busting balls, man. It's nothing serious.
Oh, all right. All right, because I know, you know, I just didn't know if, you know, was something going on with Sean. You know, that's all. I was just wondering like that.
Nah,
That's
we're just poking fun at, like, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the focus back to what's right. You know, we got to focus on these fools who are. We got these guys who are making videos like that. And we're doing videos about how many push-ups and pull-ups and standouts and links and who knows this and who been there longer and feelings and emotions. And you got this guy, boomers and who's this and who's that and this dude ain't a DEA agent and this one and all these different things. And it's like at the end of the day, this guy just made this video. And if a casual juror or potential juror sees this video, and that's the only thing they see, they might think that she's guilty, right?
No, 100%, 100. I know, and that dude, you know, he did have a good video, like you said. I give him his props, you know. But saying, I wonder why we have an opioid crisis.
He's a nut. He's a nut.
You know, but actually, you guys should come out to a standout. You know, I don't.
No, we're down to come. We're down to come out to standouts, no question.
Yeah, we got one going on tomorrow. Karen's in court, and then one out in front of Morrissey's office later on in the afternoon.
That's awesome. Yeah, see, I'm not in town right now.
What time?
I'm 17 hours away.
9 a.m.
Yeah, so hey, that's a long ride if you leave now.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You know, but
I don't think I got that in me nowadays. I used to have that in me all the time.
Yeah, I hear you. Me too. You know, but you know, things really aren't really falling apart. It's that things slow down, and there's a lull going on, and so yeah, I think people are getting frustrated.
And rightfully, but that's what I'm saying with this social media shit. It's gonna bring that type of fuckery, no matter what, and it's gonna be there. And it's up to you how you react to it. And I just don't understand what like squashing somebody, like, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, Sean did what he did, right? Allegedly or whatever, you know, he did what he did. He, you know, it was wrong what he did, and he put this text out, and it's fucked up, whatever, right? And let me be clear, I say whatever as whatever a week later. You know what I mean? Not whatever at the time, whatever a week later after it all simmered down, it is what it is. But as far as squashing him goes, meaning like he can never come back from that. He's violated probation. He's out of here. He's done. Like, listen, man, don't even put your energy into that. Put your energy into this dude. Do a video like this dude. Take your time. Learn how to edit like this dude. Learn,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Put your time into that. Don't just hit the live button and do a little StreamYard shit and act like you're a videographer because you know how to run StreamYard. Like this ain't
Yeah.
shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put hours into the edit and
Mhm.
push your point, man, and keep doing
Yeah.
that. Put time into it, not and at the end of the day, when I say that, it's like the grifter word. I feel like everybody gets so upset. Oh, you're a grifter. You're a grifter.
Yeah.
Listen, man,
Yeah.
YouTube makes you a grifter, whether you want to be
Yeah.
a grifter or not. Like they
Yeah.
set it up for
Yeah.
you. They say, hey,
Yeah.
you want a super chat? You want this? Like, this is part of the game. Like, that's the way this world is now. It's on Facebook, stars, TikTok, it's coins, Instagram. There's money off ads off Instagram. This is what it is. When you put your time
social
in,
media.
you get paid for your time. That's the way it goes. Time is money. That's been going on since the beginning of time. Time is money.
Mhm.
So the grifting shit, I feel like people, they get all in their feelings with the grifted shit and they want to, you know, you got to do 75 push-ups. You got to do 50 push-ups, and then you got to do pull-ups, and then you got to eat this many pizzas, and you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I do this and I do that. So it's okay for me to make, like, listen, man, you don't explain yourself. That's all I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't
Yeah.
even go there with anybody. It's like, dude, say what you want about me. You know, and I feel like once you start doing that, trying to squash the next man to big yourself up, that's when you start getting delusional. And this social media shit might not be for you. I don't care how many subscribers you got and how aesthetically solid you think you are and what you think you got going on. Handle the balancing act, then you need to just gracefully bow the fuck out.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. And I don't know what happened with Sean. I don't know if there was bad feelings going on behind the scenes, because he just came out with it that night. Like, you know, you didn't see anything leading up to it. So I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And unfortunately, he dealt with his parents.
What do you feel about Sean? Are you still riding with him, or you done with him?
Oh, 100. I'm not done with him. I'm not done with him. He's, you know, he's got his opinions, just like we all do. And I don't, like I said, I don't know what was going on behind the scenes. I'm kind of disappointed that things are making a turn. But you know, like I see all these people every week. You know,
So
2,
you
3
do all the
times a week.
standouts? What's your name? You're Patrick, right?
Yeah.
So you do all these standouts?
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, I do.
Okay.
I do them on Sundays. I'll be out there tomorrow at Karen's, and then I'll be out in front of DA Meatball Morrissey's office.
That's awesome, bro.
And
And listen, don't get it twisted. We're all for that. You know what I'm saying? We're
Mhm.
all for that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's like
Mhm.
some people do the standout, some people do the internet shit. You know what I'm saying? We're all
Yeah.
trying to do our part. I'm not gonna sit there and say I'm better than you because you know what I mean. You do that and I do this. Like it is what it is. We all play in a pot. We're all trying to get the truth out there, and more so, we're just not being afraid to confront the other side. I feel that you could confront the other side if the other side is credible. You know what I mean? Like I see there's some other creatures floating around that did just, you know, they got open cases, they got their kids taken away, you know, they're on some scumbag shit. And it's like, you don't give them people the time.
Oh yeah.
You don't give them people the time of the day. But this guy right here, I don't know this boundless millennial dude. It doesn't seem to me that he's on some scumbag shit. You know what I'm saying? Like meaning like he did some dirt like that. You feel what I'm trying to say? Like, so whatever, he got an opinion. So you got to let people have their opinion because sometimes, you know, you got to have the villain and you got to have the baby face. You know what I'm saying? You got to have both to, you know, get down to the bottom of this.
100%. Yeah, and you know, like when people say they feel like they're not doing enough, you know, we just tell them, you know, you don't have to come to a standout. You know, maybe wear a shirt or have a sticker on your car or put a sign out on your house. You know, that's how you make your contribution. That helps more than anyone realizes.
Nah, of course it does. That's that what do you call it? That's that
awareness.
Hand over fist, right? You know what I mean? Ground.
Correct.
You know, and we're with all that. Listen, I went to the Boston Garden. You see me. I came
Yep.
into this game, man. You know Karen Reed, right in front of all the Boston police with a free Karen Reed shirt on. You know what I mean? Walking through the Celtics game in the finals, and my tickets was my tickets cost a lot of money. You know what I mean? And I was out there, and I made sure I had awareness. When it's time to show up, I show up. You know what I mean? But the thing is, I just think we can't lose focus about who did this, who did that, who this, who that, who you like better. That's just like, I don't even know what that is. Like, that's just that social media, because now you're letting the social media shit, cloud the vision. Because, like, we got to have fun, right? But like I said, we got to have fun, but we always got to understand that it's real. It's still real. Turtle Boy's still indicted. He's still indicted. Supreme Court's tomorrow. John O'Keefe is dead. This dude Scanland, who spilled the beans on the whole shit, is now reneging. Like, we got to keep it real. Then you got this dude, Boundless Millennial, making videos. It probably took him 2 hours, 3 hours to do that video just to edit it. And I'm saying these dudes are coming for your neck. And it's not going to do a live with 400 or 500 people. Like, you know what I mean? We got to get on our shit. We got to stay. We got to stay on top of these people and let them know. Listen, man, the waterfall video. What happened at the bar? What's going on here? And that's why I try to say, maybe at this point we exhausted it. So maybe it's time for Karen to do a little video, a little sound bite, and say, "Hey, it's me. It's the person you guys all been talking about. Check out that waterfall video." Because I don't know how much more. I don't know how much more we can do, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, and I unfortunately, I just know her team's not gonna let her go out and do that.
But she already did it, bro. And that's another thing too. You gotta understand. She made a deal with Dateline. She made a deal with 2020. This is where it all got fucked up. You know that, right? She made a deal with all three of them that you can't release it until after my trial. Well, guess what? It's after her trial, but it was a mistrial. So that's why they're releasing it. So she played herself. So at this point, she's in a corner. You either don't say nothing and let them take these sound bites and bury you, or say something. That's my take, Patrick. That's my take. That's my opinion. I can meet you at the pull-up bar at the Standout tomorrow. We could do pull-ups, whatever you want to do. But my take is not my take's not going to change. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not shitting on nobody. I'm just trying to be realistic. I'm watching what's going on. I'm watching the people on Twitter. I'm watching them go at her head. These sound bites are ugly.
They're definitely ugly, and my pull-ups are ugly, man. I got more skills on my push-ups than anything.
That's all right. We'll do push-ups then. We'll do push-ups with free Karen Reed G-Unit tank tops.
There you go.
Sounds good.
You know what I'm saying? But, I'm just trying to be fun, man. I'm trying to bust balls. I'm just bantering, man. I don't mean nothing serious. I got love for everybody on this side. You know what I mean? Everybody that's supporting. I always had love. I came into this game by myself. I came in doing the free Karen Reed, doing what I do. And I've been at the Celtics games. If you know my story, you can check out my AGE documentary. I've been ground and pound. That's what I did. That's how I made it in the hip hop game, is on the ground. So I know how this works. And I love it. I love it. But what I'm not going to do is that I'm not going to try to bury people. Now, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. Why do you feel like they were trying to bury Sean? Like people trying to bury him now?
I just heard words like you could never come back from that. Well, who says? Who said he can't come back from that?
Yeah.
And here's another thing. People are so worried
People
about
calling
who's a
him
snitch.
rat.
Yeah. Let me just say this. People are so worried about who Sean is and what Sean does and what people do for the movement and who's a rapist and who's a rat and who's a scumbag. You don't know who the fuck is in your chat. You don't know who's watching you. You don't know, man. You know how many? I got 279 people. Out of that 279 people, analytically, there's got to be at least 5 fucking rapists in this fucking chat right now. 5 skin thieves are watching me right now.
Probably 5 skins out there. Yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say? So I mean, like, we don't know who's watching. We don't know if 5 police are watching us. We don't know. So what I'm saying is, like, let's worry about the ops, man. Like, Sean is not against us. He made a wrong move. It is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? I that's not for me to judge whether he could come back from it or he can't. The way he handles it from here on out, is up to him. You feel me?
Correct. Yeah. And I don't know where it came from. I don't know what went down behind the scenes. But I still respect Sean. He did bring a lot out. Out on the table in the past.
I mean, he was a DEA agent. Regardless how you get it, you got a dude who's a DEA. Like right now, let's just say Jimmy Fallon jumped on this and said, "Hey, I believe Karen Reed's not guilty." Like that's a big look, and like that's a DEA agent at the end of the day saying, "Hey, I believe she's not guilty." So it's always a good look. We need more of us pulling, because there's a lot of suckers out there pushing. You feel me?
Yep, correct. Yeah. So, and a lot of people in the free Karen movement don't have the platform that you have, and that the Glera have, and Brian LTL, or BLT as he was calling him.
Yeah, and you know what? And that's what I'm saying. It's your responsibility. Like when you have a platform, to open up the phone lines, open up the chat. Take people's advice. You know what I mean? People hit me in the comment section and will say something to me. Hey, JFK, I think this, I think that. And I'll hit them back and I'll say, you know what? I apologize, or maybe I need to tone it down. And like sometimes, like I said, this is live. Check out my 18 videos, that I have, read between the lines, where I could get more focus, like the guy, the Boundless Millennial did. I can focus more. When I'm live, I'm just going off the energy on the live. So anything's bound to bounce off the walls a little bit. But at the end of the day, we're just trying to entertain. But my main focus is always keep it real. And the real problem is that she's going to Supreme Court tomorrow, man. It gets no realer than that. She's probably up right now. She could be watching right now. You know what I mean? Like we don't know if she's watching.
Yeah. Yeah. No, she probably could. I mean, I've been out. I was out with people last night, and I've brought your name up. We've all talked about different things that are going on. We talk about the trial a lot, and then unfortunately, what happened with Sean, it's a lot of people were, very upset because, we do have our boots on the ground, and some people took it. I think people were hurt. You know what I mean? Not just angry, but hurt.
No, I get it. I totally get it. And I respect everybody that goes out there, takes their time or whatever. But you can't dismiss what Sean did, though, either. You can't be like, well, he's a fake DEA agent.
No, you can't.
Well, he's a retired DEA agent. Like I heard that a lot. He's retired. Well, he got 35 years in.
Yeah, you can't.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just like you can't do that, man. You can't have it's just a bad look for everybody. Like learn to take the higher road and balance this shit. If you can't balance it, then just don't be in it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't balance it, that's it. That's how, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, that's what this social media thing is. It's a balancing act. There's a lot coming at you, a lot of people coming at you, a lot of personalities. You got to learn how to deal with the personalities, and you got to know what where you stand, what your baselines are. My baseline is always, I know who I am, JFK, Justice for the Kids. That's my name, Justice for the Kids. Like, you know what I mean? So I know where I stand. I ain't worried about nobody coming at me. So if that happens, then so be it. But I ain't trying to bury nobody or nothing like that and talk about how better I am than anybody or what I did or this and that, and because then that becomes delusional, man. And I gotta keep my mind right. You know what I mean? I want to make it to 105. So I gotta keep this brain right. Once you start feeding into that, you start fucking with your own head. You know what I mean?
Yep. And like I was saying, we're the free Karen Reed movement, okay? And we got Sandra coming up. We got Enrique, and Justin.
Crazy, isn't it?
Who's gonna, if everybody's going at each other like that, who's gonna want the free Karen movement coming to help out?
Right. It doesn't look
and
good.
That's what one of my concerns was. I was talking about with some people last night. And whether they agreed with me or not, that's just the way I look at it. It's just like, are you going to want us showing up to help out your loved one when there's all this shit going on back and forth, and you know what I mean? And that people may not want that.
Right. I think honestly it's starting to simmer down a little bit and everything's cool and nobody needs to spark it. Tomorrow's a new day. You know what I mean? She's going to court, Supreme Court. Hopefully we get some type of answer. You know what I mean? We get some type of, baseline, what we could go off of. And hopefully it's in a positive direction. You know what I mean? Maybe tomorrow morning we find out they all got arrested.
Right.
You know what I mean? You feel me? Like we don't know when that's gonna happen. And that's why I'm going over the Scanland shit. I try to go all the way back. You got to go back to go forward. You know what I mean? So I went all the way back, and I give Turtle Boy his respect because Turtle Boy, smoked that dude. Like was like, wait a minute, and had him tongue tied, and he didn't know what to do. And but he's lying, and that's just not, like just imagine if that dude will just come in and be like, nah, I did say that, and he talks about where he heard it from. Where did he hear it from? I would love to know that, right?
Well, I would love to know. And then he says, "Oh, well, it was just a conversation."
What?
Like you just walked in the dude's office to have a conversation about it.
And that's the, like we don't have no witnesses on our side that knows anything, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we have one witness, the plow truck driver that's seen the edge, but we don't have nobody that actually knows what happened. Like he knew more what happened than Karen knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck did he know that? And like, he doesn't want to be a rat because he knows this is big. Like, he knows this is on the lines of Charles Stewart. This is Trial 4, Ellis. This is Whitey Bulger. This is like that type of, power, like one of these stories in Boston. You know what I mean? And he just don't want to be the guy who exposed it. But at this point, Scanland, please, you talked about this is what you want. You don't want no innocent person to go to jail. Like it's still on the table, bro.
Yeah, you can still.
Is he PPD or FBI or something? Like, what's his position? What is he holding all this?
Target police.
Yeah, he works at Walmart and he fucking busts people for iPhone charges.
Yeah, he hands out the smiley faces at the front door, the stickers.
Yeah, he checks your receipt when you walk out the door. I mean, he's just one of them dudes. He's scanning with a scanner in his back pocket.
Yeah, he is. I don't know why he reneged on that on all of this. I don't know.
He knows Brian A. He knows Brian A. He called somebody and he put it together. Like, what? It happened at his house. The dude got beat up. What? Like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever happened. People are saying that it was from one of the girls at the party that knows his daughter. You know what I mean? That's what people are saying. I guess he has a daughter the same age as one of the females that was there. So,
yeah, they skipped town.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel bad, you know what I mean? Because like I said, because now if Hank Brennan pulls this dude on the stand and he turns around and says, nah, that never came out my mouth. They told me that. It makes us look like liars again. It just dumbs down the conspiracy. It dumbs down and it's not a conspiracy at this point. We know what happened. Like I said, we make fun of these people because it's so damn unbelievable. And that's why people get mad. Like, oh, how could you make fun of, Jen McCabe? Jen, like, I mean, this shit is comical. Like all the animation, the donuts. I was with my wife in the bed. It was a butt dial. Higgins saying that, oh, I didn't care if she didn't talk to me. Like, I don't take it that way. But yet you text her, like all this shit. Colin saying my knuckles, I fell down and it just goes on and on and on. Like, why wouldn't you make fun of them? Like, if they weren't guilty, they would just say, they would say it. Like, if you was on the stand, you would say, I didn't do it. I don't know what happened. Period. Like, leave me alone. Like, you would get flustered. They're answering all them questions so carefully because they're guilty as hell.
Yep. And cocky as hell, man. Like,
cocky as hell. Cocky. But I'm gonna take a couple more phone calls, Pat. I appreciate your time, my man, and I appreciate, like I said, much love to everybody on the ground. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make it out there. Me and James are gonna get to one of these places, and we're gonna do some push-ups and pull-ups with y'all.
Yes. All right, cool. If you go to free Karen Reed standouts.com, that's where you'll find everything going on.
I appreciate it, Pat, man. Nothing but love, brother.
All right, peace out.
Peace.
All right, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, be clear, man. We ain't shit. We ain't. Go ahead, James.
No, I was just gonna say shout out to Patrick being out there on the ground, and the reason that came up was early on. I think I had mentioned to you, someone sent me a comment saying, "You never been to a standout. You don't believe Karen Reed's innocent because I didn't go to a standout." You know what I'm saying? So that's why it came up.
Call from Deirdre.
Deirdre, what's going on, sweetie?
Hey,
It's that
I got a
boomer.
list for you again tonight.
It's that boom.
Boomer.
It's that boomer love.
That boom boom.
Yep.
Go ahead, talk
How are
to
you
me.
doing?
We're doing good, boomer girl.
We're doing great.
Boomer girl can still do the splits, okay?
Oh, boomer girl can still do a split. You said?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
No way.
Former cheerleader.
Oh shit, dude. What is going on, James, right now? Buckaroo Donuts is now open. What type of donuts do you like? Go ahead, Deirdre.
You're gonna debate that guy that was saying Karen Reed is guilty?
I would. You know what I mean? I seem like I feel I don't know the dude. I think that he seems respectable and he's about his art. You know, he put the time into the video and things like that. So it seems like he's more grounded than these other fools. Like Plevlin. Like he's he didn't take no time to do no video like that. Like that dude took time to cut all that up and did all that. So he's ready to go, and I'm ready to go. So let's do it.
Yeah. Well, let me give you some info. So that he was saying that they took her blood and did a BAC on her blood in the hospital, and then they extrapolated back what her BAC would have been back at the accident scenes, the supposed accident scene. And there's actually no scientific formula for that, and I don't know how that made it into the trial because you can't. There isn't a way to
go back
put into a mathematical formula somebody's metabolism. So you can't backtrack a BAC like that. So that should never have been in the trial.
Okay.
And the other thing, as far as like the snowplow goes, I don't know the answer to this, so maybe people in the chat can remind me. But when she said that maybe he was hit by a snowplow, I've got a couple of thoughts on that. First of all, from having been a police dispatcher in a snow area, that's something that cops look out for when they're out patrolling in the snow, especially like around the time the bars close, is to make sure that drunks don't fall down so that they don't get hit by a snowplow. So when you live in snow country, that's kind of a thought that people have when they're dealing with somebody that's been drinking is, like your mother would say, I hope you don't end up, in a ditch somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of the same concept. To me, it's common knowledge that, people fear that someone's going to fall down in the snow and get hit by a snowplow. But what I'm wondering is, did she say that before or after she talked to any of the girls? Because Jen McCabe is famous for planting seeds with people about her theories. And she may have said something that kind of triggered that thought with Karen.
I see. Okay. I could dig it. Or, Higgins was at Market Basket. Every time she turned her head, he was right there. And she seen him getting that white truck with that plow on it. I mean, how many times was Higgins? Was she ever in Higgins' truck and he showed her the plow? Does he put the plow down when he gets out the truck? Like, that's what some people do with the plow. They just put it down, right? So you can't take the truck kind of.
Yeah, drop
You know what I mean? Was she ever in the car
Yep.
before? Did she just assume? Because that's what I'm saying. Back then, did she know anything about this bar fight? Does she know anything about it? Did she sense it? Did John say anything? Like, is she going to say anything? Because based on these sound bites, like I said, she made an agreement with this company. For what I heard, talking to a couple of people I know saying, yo, how could they just release that 18 months ago and this and that? And like, it doesn't make sense why they would do it. One of my men said, listen, they probably made an agreement, right? That's in the, in the documentary game. He said they probably made the agreement after the trial. It is after the trial. She had a mistrial, so they can legally put it out. So I don't know. Like, I'm not 100%, but it makes sense to me because now they just dropping them, right? They even cut them and spliced them together, so to speak. You know what I mean? And like, you know, I don't know. I don't know if that's 100%. That's what I got, you know, when I was talking to some of my people that's in that movie type game. But at the end of the day, they just don't look right. And it's like, what do you got to say about it? Like, you know what I mean? People are just shitting on you about the soundbite. Why not come out and speak on the soundbite? And then if you're gonna say, well, because in that documentary, I mean, in that docuseries, Dateline, she said that Scanland is the one that, you know, there was an informant that put her on. Now, they never mentioned his name, but they said there was an informant. Now the informant is saying, nah, that she's lying. So it's like what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it could come back, like, it could come back to her. That's what I believe. I believe if they're gonna go in any direction to try to fry her, it's exactly what that dude just did in that video. Like, it's right there.
Yeah.
If you present that to a jury, like something like that, that's kind of wild, man. I'm just saying that's why I played it. Because if you think that is bad, what do you think Hank Brennan's gonna do?
Yeah. It's perplexing to me what kind of advice that she's been given as far as making public statements goes. It's like you either tell it all or you keep quiet. And I would think if my life was on the line, I'd stay quiet, because anything you say can and will be used against you. And Massachusetts doesn't have the kind of protection for off the record statements to the press, so they can go to court and potentially win that argument and get the off the record stuff.
Oh my God. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, man, maybe you need to make a YouTube, Karen. If you're out there watching, you don't need to come on my channel. You don't need to come on Sean, Turtle Boy. You need to just do your own thing. It's me. It's Karen Reed, man. A day in the life of Karen.
Yep.
I mean, let me ask you this, Deidre, before I let you go. Do you think that she knows, as a woman, she was in the bar, she's seen all that, you know, she didn't, we seen that her back was turned. She was talking to Katrina, right? Karina. And she didn't really, you know, she was she was in that conversation. Do you think, though, when she walked in that truck and he got on the phone to call up Jen McCabe to get directions, allegedly directions, do you think she knew anything was going down behind this Higgins shit?
Oh, that's a hard question. I think it's 50-50 for as far as I'm concerned. I really don't have any idea. I can see where
Why do
it
you
could
think,
be the case.
let me say this. Why did, when she sped away, was she so mad?
If she did.
No, but I'm saying no, okay, not speed away, but why when she maybe that's the wrong maybe that's the wrong in this case, that's the disclaimer, that's the wrong choice of words. I mean, when she dipped, I meant when she just dipped, when she was like, I'm out of this spot. Why did she end up being so mad though?
I have a couple of theories on that, and I don't know. This is just pure speculation, and me as a woman thinking about this is sitting out there and waiting for him to come back and let her know that it's all clear, that it's okay for him to be there. He was in fact invited. That's one thing. And then he didn't come back, so maybe she got a little pissed off, like, oh, you know, you're leaving me out here, and get all involved with these people.
Pissed off to the point she thought he was fucking another girl down the street, though?
No, not in this particular scenario that I'm just discussing. Just pissed off that he didn't come back, and he got all involved. Like, he goes inside and just forgets all about her and gets all involved with whatever's going on. The other scenario is if Jen planted that seed in her about when she was giving directions right near his ex-girlfriend's house. So then when he didn't come back, she may have just been pissed that he didn't come back. But then when she got home and he's still not coming back, then it's like, oh, was this other chick there? Like, what's going on? And then I think it reached the point where she was just trying to say anything to get his attention, because he left two kids home alone that he never did before. And she didn't know what was going on. So she was trying to get a rise out of him.
That's a good point, though. Like, she could have said that if they really were saying directions. Because keep in mind, he called her up, right? He texted her, what's the directions? So keep in mind, like, and I love what you just said. I think what you said is awesome. Honestly, very good. I love when, you know, people in the chat break it down. But this is back to the JFK debate. He texts Jen McCabe, what's the address? She called him back. So the question is, why she called him back? Why wouldn't she just text him back and say 34 Fairview? He's a cop. He knows how to get places. Why wouldn't he just you was a dispatcher, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
let's have some fun since you was the dispatcher. Let's have some fun. John was a cop for 16 years or something like that, right? So he has
Mhm.
muscle memory, right? How would you say his patrol car's number 11, right? How would you dispatch car number 11 to 34 Fairview Road? How would you dispatch for a disturbance call?
Well, in
I'm John now.
Arlington, we call them Scout.
I'm John right now. I'm in the car. You be the dispatcher. Go ahead.
Scout 11, proceed to 34 Fairview Road for a disturbance. Unknown weapons, unknown suspect description.
Wait. Okay, 11 out.
Unit to back.
Bingo. That's it, right? Muscle memory.
Yeah.
So when he got the text, why wouldn't he just be gone? And then she called him. She talked for 44 seconds. But here's the kicker. Okay, but then they hung up. And then he called her back for 36 seconds. Now, keep in mind, there was for 36 seconds he talked to her again just for directions, right? Now, what was being said in that car that this chick was air hustling? Back to what you said, was it the girl, the name dropping the girl, or was it about Higgins? Was it about, hey, they're mad at you? You know what I mean? I wouldn't come here or come here. Let's settle it out, right? And then the second thing is when he got out the truck, it was an 8-second phone call that she claims that he ain't never picked up. But it was picked up. So what was going on, man? What was going on? Karen, what was going on? I don't know. I said it in part 18. Read between the lines, my playlist. Go check it out. There's 18 videos. You can get the best of JFK. My girl Deidre on the dispatch. Nothing but love. I'm going to take the next phone call. Okay, sweetie?
All right, you guys take care.
Peace and love. James. Are we proving points tonight?
What's that?
Are we proving points tonight, James?
Oh yeah, we're breaking them down. Look at this one. Does anyone shit? Oh yeah, Kevin Albert was working. They were saying maybe that was the footage that they saw. We talked about that, didn't we?
Oh yeah, we can get into that.
Amber K.
Amber K. How you doing, girl?
Hey JFK. Hey James. How you doing tonight?
We're
good.
Great.
How are you?
Amber, let me
I
ask you a
finally
question.
got through.
Let me ask you a
Yeah,
question.
what's up?
Do you got that boomer love?
I always say I'm a boomer because I'm just taking power back from the word, even though I'm 42.
Oh, you're
But
42. You're young. See,
42,
damn, you a Gen. I mean, damn, you a Gen X. Yeah, that's cool. You right there with
I'm
us.
close. I'm on the border of millennials too.
Oh, you're on the border of millennials. That's right. So you were born in what, 82 or something?
Yep, that's right.
82,
yeah.
1982, son. Your Michael Jackson Thriller came out. What are we talking about? Air Force Ones came out in 82.
I had the Michael Jackson microphone that as a kid for a toy.
Of course you
I'm
did.
that old.
Nice. Where you calling from, Amber K?
Madison, Wisconsin.
Nice. What do you want to talk about tonight? Go for it.
I want to talk about you coming on Social Change Warriors. I'm telling Kat, you need to be on with us. Because you guys have
you do the show? You do the show?
She has me on as a guest a lot. I'm kind of her partner in non-crime.
So let's do it. Hit me up at jfksowoff@gmail.
Okay. jfksowoff@gmail.
Ask her if she there.
Do you have any
the show when
periods
Sean-
between it? Because I know on YouTube it's like J period.
No, that's just the name, but it's jfksowoff@gmail.com. Straight up.
All right, you got it. We're gonna email you.
Yeah, let's do it. What else you want to talk about? You want to say anything else?
Well, I appreciated everything that you had to say and having integrity and standing up for what you guys believe in, and that whole boomer conversation at the last episode was just perfect. It was just amazing that you were like, no, we're not going to have ageism here. And it was cool. So it shows your character.
Yeah. Well, you know why, man? Because I'm an old school artist, right? Like, I still come out. I'm like semi-retired on the microphone, right? So I deal with that. You know what I mean? And people say like my crew, oh, you guys are old hip hop dudes and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, why are you trying to age us out? Like we can't do music because we older? Like, you know what I mean? It's just not like what, I can't go to the gym no more because I'm older. Like, I don't understand. Like, that ageism shit is real, and they try to age you out and get you out the game, and that's just not fair.
Yeah, that's what Kat said. Kat says it because she is baby boomer age, and she says, no, but you know that can be like ageism because I call myself a boomer all the time, but I'm doing it as sarcastically, like a joke. Like, I don't know how to work.
You wouldn't like it. You wouldn't like if a bunch of millennials called you a Gen X. Like, and that's the thing.
Right,
What if a bunch of millennials jumped on this Karen Reed thing and Gen Zs, and then they started saying, the Gen X and the Gen, the Gen X's don't know what they're talking about. You're just a Gen X.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's and honestly, how the internet's running. Like, we're a generation that needs to speak on these things because we're, a lot of our people in our generation died from drug overdoses, just died, period. Colon cancer. I'm a colon cancer survivor. Breast cancer.
Wow.
Like, more and more people are dying young. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Tragedies, just the lifestyle that we lived coming up in the 80s and the 90s.
It was the Wild West.
The 90s was the Wild Wild West. So, like, with them stories, the only way they're gonna survive them stories from us, the storytellers, right? We're gonna keep that relevancy there. And like, if we don't step up and speak on it, if we age ourselves out, then they're gonna come in for the kill, and our stories are never gonna get told.
Right, absolutely. And I also like the fact that you're not going to be a bystander and you call it out when you see it. So it's important to just do the right thing. I tell my 9-year-old son, stand up to bullies. So I'm going to do that as well. I'm going to be an example to him, So I think that's great. And I'm happy that you still see the good person that Sean is. And I think there's a lot that people just don't understand behind the scenes and don't know. And he just had passion. He just felt, he had raw emotion, and you can't blame him for that. That's how he felt.
Yeah, definitely. He just made a boo-boo, man, when he released that text. That's all. And I feel that he thought he had to do that to TB because TB is like, that's what he comes from. He comes from receipts and like pulling your card, and he thought he had to do the same thing. And that and he put that on Karen's shoulders though, and that's the problem. So he messed up, but no harm. You know what I mean? We're a week later after it. Nobody went to jail. You know what I mean? It wasn't the
With
right
JFK,
thing.
Can I say one thing though? There is a little bit of a smear campaign going on because at first it was that he was quote unquote putting out misinformation about Proctor and how horrible that is to do. It just seems like it's like, let's find something else to be mad at Sean about. Let's find something to say that he's not good anymore. And I don't like it. It's like Mean Boys. I don't go with that.
Yeah, the squash, but you can't squash him. You know what I mean? As much as he lost 4,000 followers, that's okay. He still got 30,000 more. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he'll double back up. He'll come back around. I mean, he's very important, man, to shit on him and say like, oh, he's not even DEA. He probably was never in the. I talked to Sean. I text him. I text him today. Made sure he was all right. He hit me back. He said, I'm good. You know what I mean?
He's a good dude.
Yeah, Sean's a good dude, man. Of course he is. And that's what it comes down to. Social media brings out. Let me be clear. Let me look at the camera when I say this. Social media brings out the worst in people. Social media brings out the worst in people. So once you start diving into that shit, you just, like I said, you forget the balance in that. You forget how real life really is. You forget how real a DEA agent is. How real Karen Reed being locked, cuffed, and stuffed. MS, no colon. Fighting for her life on a murder case, double jeopardy, Turtle Boy indicted for intimidating a witness and all the bullshit he's going through. JFK, all the shit that I went through. James, all the shit that he went through. All the shit my girl Amber with a K went through. You're forgetting the real shit. Now, we can have fun up here, but let's just stay focused and have that baseline. Because when that social media weird shit leaks in, you cannot fall for it. You got to go back to your positive baseline. Get back on the positive baseline and get back on track.
No, I like that. That made me feel zen because that's very true. You speak wisdom.
No problem, girl.
So I appreciate it, and please, I can't wait to talk to you guys again, James.
Yeah, we're gonna get on your show, man, and we're gonna get on your show and we're gonna have fun.
All right. Well, you guys have a good night. I'll let somebody else call in, but it was great to talk to you.
You too, Amber with a K. Peace.
Amber.
All right, peace.
How we doing, James, man?
Good, man. Beautiful night. Another one.
Yeah, it's been a long night for sure. I'm gonna take this call real quick, James. Thank you for hanging in there. Everybody go subscribe to James Jackson.
Heather.
You gotta turn it.
I need everybody to subscribe to James Jackson. It's right there. Who we talking with?
Hi, my name is Heather.
Hey Heather, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
We're great.
So I'm calling because I have a theory of what might have happened that night when John got back in the car after like doing the back and forth, like in the video with Brian Higgins. And after you showed that video of Brian Higgins and John, I don't think I ever saw that before. I don't think they saw it in the trial either. So I think that the lawyers should definitely bring that up in the next trial. Because you like dug a little deeper, showed like every little detail, how John was like doing the heel toe back and forth, you know, like he was really getting ready for a fight or whatever. But I think once he got back in the fight, once he got back in the car, he might have been blaming Karen, like, you know, you're the one who started this. You're the one who was texting Higgins. Now he wants to fight me. And maybe by the time they got to 34 Fairview, he was really fired up. And that's when he walked in the house. And that's, you know, that's how testosterone was high.
Intensity definitely triggers testosterone. But let me ask you this. Why didn't Karen say anything?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Maybe she's like embarrassed of that because she was texting Higgins. She's saying that she regrets it now.
Well, wait a minute. Let's be clear, Heather. She was more than texting Higgins. She met up with Higgins. She went to his house.
Yeah.
I mean, and listen, that's Karen in 2022. It's almost 2025. That was 3 years ago. I'm not going to hold it to that. Shit happens. But I'm just saying, when we get to trial, they're not bringing up. You know, I say this in all my lives, right, Heather? Here's the realistic fact, and I'll say it again. Karen, in the last 3 years, could have had 2 kids, right? And became a mother twice in the last 36 months. This could have happened. It's scientific facts. This could have happened. And guess what? When she goes to court, right, in April, they don't care that she got 2 kids. They don't care that they're little babies. They don't care that they're still on the titty. They don't care. They want to know what happened on January 29, 2022. So let's be real. Let's be clear. I'm not talking about Karen, the mother with the 2 kids. I'm not talking about Karen right now. I'm talking about Karen, January 29, 2022. Why didn't she say anything that day about Higgins? Why that morning she never mentioned Higgins? She texted Higgins at 11:45 a.m. Do we forget that? She texted him, John died. She didn't text him, John's dead. Can you help me, Higgins? Because we know for a fact, if she would have texted him, John's dead, I can't believe this, help me, Higgins would have been, dun, 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 dun. He would have put his cape on and became Superman and flew over there. She texted him, John died in the past tense, as if she said John died, like she was sussing the situation out. John died behind your bullshit.
Right.
And Heather, I appreciate your phone call. Where are you calling from?
Cambridge.
Cambridge. How old are you, Heather? Let me ask. Let me ask you this: Are you a millennial, a boomer, or a Gen X? We'll just say that.
I'm in my late 30s. I don't.
All right, you're a millennial. We got some youngins tonight. We got the young millennial love tonight.
I'm down with that.
We usually run with the boomer love over here, but we'll take a
take
millennial.
Yeah.
But hey, Heather, I'm going to take the next call. Thanks for your call.
All right. Have a good one.
You too, sweetie.
Call from Karen.
Is it Karen Reed?
Who's this? You're live with JFK, James Jackson on the backup.
This is Karen.
Oh, Lottie Dottie. We like to party. Sing it for me. We don't
Karen,
cause
oh, I thought it was.
James, you guys know I stole James. I
Yeah.
stole James. I made him come out with the OGs from Malden. He ripped it up
Nice.
with us. It was nuts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
He did, yeah. Tell
I
him,
got
James,
some
you came
Boomer
out with the
love.
OGs
he came out with the OGs, huh, kid?
from Malden. He went out all the girls.
He didn't tell.
the
He
girls
didn't.
from
Oh,
Malden.
what? He
Hey,
didn't.
you're not.
Wait a
He was the
minute.
only boy. Yeah, like oh yeah, we spoiled
James,
him
look.
like he was like
James.
he was our pimp.
Listen. Disclaimer. Oh, shit.
Oh, James, you better tell him you had a really fucking good time, buddy.
James is out
He
here.
had a good time.
Let's see James's face.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh,
Come
you
on.
didn't tell JFK that you
Oh,
were just like
shit.
Rick with us?
No, he didn't tell me that.
I didn't tell him. You weren't supposed to say
You were just
anything.
Slick Rick with all the OGs from Malden, all the girls. You just
Yo, James, you was out there with all the OG women from Malden. How many girls? How many girls were there, Karen?
There was it was four girls and James.
What?
And then he made one of my best friends. He kept her out until 2:30 in the fucking morning.
Yo, James, you was out with his friends. What?
No,
He was out with.
kept my girl out till 2:30 in the morning. She's 50 fucking years old.
Oh,
He made her go to the roast beef place and fucking like.
Yo, I plead the fifth.
He got a three-way.
Yeah, she was like, Karen, she's like, your buddy like kept me out. He's like, does he realize I'm 50 fucking years old? I was like, dude, I don't know what to tell you. I was like, you got to do you. I was like, figure it out.
Damn, James, man.
He kept her out till wicked late at night. But then Jill called me the next day and she's like, I'm going to keep his phone number. He was fun. I'm going to keep his number. I'm going to call him again. So she said she's going to call him again. He's like, I'm going to hang out with him again.
Who the hell is she talking about?
James, for the love of God, you had a good time.
Hold on. James is like Scanland. He don't. No, he didn't do none of that.
That's why we started this off with the skin. Yo, that's why we started this off.
Yo, I'm sweating.
You had a good time with it. Listen, so his new nickname.
What is going on?
His new nickname. I don't even call him James now. His nickname is Sniffles. His name is Sniffles because he had like a little cold. He had a little cold, and he wants to cry about it like a little fucking. Like a little like baby. So
James, you were crying. You had women. So let me
Mm.
get this straight. Let me set the mood.
Nipples.
Karen, let me set the mood.
No, bro,
So James went out with four females.
4 females from Malden.
So he was out with 4 girls, just him. 4 women. And from the ages of what?
Right?
We're every one
over
of us
40?
is
Over 40?
50. Every
Over
one of us is 50.
Wait a minute.
Mad I got boomer love.
Wait a minute. So he was getting some straight boomer love.
Oh, so really, he got mad love from all of us. Oh yeah, mad love from all of us. Like I think that I think I was like holding his hand at one point. I met you like a fucking hour ago, and now I'm like holding your hand.
Hey yo,
shit.
let me ask you a question, Karen.
Yeah,
Can I buy Ghost Energy drinks on EBT? Yo, I'm sorry,
I
man.
can't believe that he didn't tell you. Awesome! Wow.
Damn, so you were holding his hand. So hold on, let me ask you a question. When you was holding his hand, was you singing a teenage love? Don't hurt me again.
I was like out behind him. I was like grinding. I was like,
James.
She ain't tell you.
We were doing, hey young Rose. Wait, JFK, you know what song they played?
What they played?
Wait, do you know what song they played?
Tell me.
Oh my God, you ready? Go
So put
see
a
the
quarter in.
doctor.
Oh,
I was like, do you know that song?
Wow, you were in it. You were in it.
No, go see the doctor. Kumo D.
Oh, Kumo D. Okay.
Kumo D,
Kumo D
yeah.
was there?
Yeah, Kumo
No,
D.
no. They just played also.
Oh, they
you know
played
what?
it.
They played Buggin'. They
Oh,
played
why you
Buggin'.
bugging? Okay.
Oh, but yeah.
Okay.
They played that. They played They go see the doctor. They played
Did
the
they
Wild
play
Wild West.
the Wild Wild
The
West?
Wild.
Oh,
I used to
nice.
live downtown.
129th Street.
Oh, yeah. And you're from Lynn, right?
Yes.
Oh, so you definitely know some of the guys like that I used to hang out with. So there was like I was walking out of the restaurant, and then and the chief of police was like, "Is that Karen?" And I was like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah,
and I was like,
out.
Chris Reddy? Chris Reddy?
No, Mike Vail.
Mike is the chief of police now?
Yeah, Mike is and then and
Damn,
he was
Detective
with Derek.
Mike.
He was
Jay,
with
that's
Derek
what-
and Lewis. Yeah, so like.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
that. He used to be a project cop, that dude Mike, back in the day.
Yeah. So we saw them on our way out and stuff. But I'm like good friends with like Julio Sanabio, was my DJ for my wedding and stuff. I'm good friends with him.
Nice.
You gotta know the Sanabias.
Nah, I don't.
You
What's their
don't?
last names?
Lynn?
What's their last names?
Sanabia?
Nah, I don't know Sanabia, kid. Nope.
No, really?
Do you know the dude that keeps calling in from Malden Station with the bucket hat and the red jacket?
No, but I need to know who he is.
Well,
I don't know
I
why.
need
James
you to
hasn't
put
gone
you.
down
I
to
need you
meet
to.
him.
I need you to go on a mission.
Go on a mission for us.
Listen.
No, James is right. No, James, call Jill. Jill will go tell Joe. James can call Jill. Jill will go and meet him.
Jill?
Jill will definitely go and
Who's
meet him.
Jill? Is Jill the girl, the 50-year-old lady that he was chilling with till 3:30 in the morning?
Yeah, and Jill thinks she's like best friends now with like James. So James can call Jill, and Jill will go and meet that dude in the hot. Jill would love that. That would be like something that she'll be like, "Oh, I'll do that right now. I'll go meet that dude."
Call Jill right now.
She will totally. But listen, JFK. We were really we had an extra ticket. We were hoping that you were gonna come with us, but you were like,
I would have got some serious boomer love.
You were fucking boomer.
You would have got some.
Fucking.
How's that? Let me ask James. James, what's that
you
boomer
stop
love?
Talking about the boomer love.
James, what's that boomer love all about, bro? Is it different?
Sweet. It's a sweet. Oh, it's different. It's different.
James, did you have a good time with us?
Yeah, I
Why
had a great
isn't he
time.
answering my question?
No, I had a great. She can't hear
Ask
me.
him that. I want to know. Did you have a good time with the OGs from Malden?
Yeah, tell her I said yes.
Oh yeah. He can't. Yeah, he said absolutely. He did. He said he appreciates it. You heard?
Okay. All right.
No, he can't. He can't. You can't hear him because it's on my mic. But
oh, you're right.
Yeah. But no, he said he appreciates it. You could play it back. He said, yeah, of course he did. He's just laughing at everything you're saying. That's all. But listen.
Right, so here's the only thing I want. The last thing I'm gonna say, because I don't want to take up all this time, because I will fucking.
Oh, that was fun. That was fun. Go ahead.
I gotta say that, we Lynn, Malden here, so we all get right, I will never be down with someone that fucking rats anybody out. It's just not just kind of how we grew up, right? It's how we all grew up.
Right.
And I am really, really, really disappointed in Sean. I'm not giving up on Sean. I'm not giving up on him, but I'm disappointed. Really fucking disappointed. I want Sean to take his fucking skirt off and put his big boy jeans back on, because what the fuck is he doing? Tell him to take his fucking skirt off and put his big boy jeans on, because something's wrong.
What's wrong? What do you think's wrong, though?
Because he completely outed Karen in that. That's just such a fucking weak thing to do. See, now I'm swearing.
All right.
I'm trying to be classy. You can't be classy when you're from Malden. It's so hard.
Yeah, it's
so
tough.
hard.
It's tough.
It's
Let me
so
ask you
hard.
this. So you think Sean's a rat?
I'm not. I don't want to go with like a.
So let me ask you this though.
Do I think he's a no? What I think he did was such a scumbag fucking move. Like, yeah, like I think that I think he like wanted. Yeah, I'm just not cool with that. I'm not okay with that. Like in any form, what he did, because he's pissed at like Aiden. Like what he did to Karen was so wrong. Like
Wait a minute. So Amber with a K said they already had the German text. So them texts were already out there. They already. So what he showed was that what they already had, because they try to make a case against them, right? They try to take them texts. If I'm not mistaken, let me not talk out of school. If I'm not mistaken, they try to take them 188, well, whatever, them conversations he had back in March of 2024, last March. They try to indict him and her on some conspiracy shit, and they couldn't do it. So they already had that content. I mean the messages or whatever. As far as
All
I
right,
know.
so then why would this have gotten so much attention this time around? I don't understand.
Well, I'm just going on Amber K's in the she knows let me see. So let me just go with what people are saying. Like I said, I'm not 100%. I'm going with Amber KR and Deidre, those weren't texts directly from Karen, right? Those were the German text that Tully already got. The FBI.
But what
I'm trying to give you.
Sean showed.
The FBI and the Commonwealth
showed was direct text from
No.
Karen to him.
No, it was not text. The FBI
Oh,
and
it wasn't.
the FBI and the Commonwealth already been to the grand jury. That's what Deidre's saying, who is on point as far as is everything that I know. And
Okay.
and Amber KR,
That's
they're like pretty into they got Sean's back. And so wait a minute. Someone's saying no.
Thank you, Deirdre, for schooling me, because like I was like kind of like not like understanding. So I appreciate
but
you
still,
schooling
the
me and
point
like,
is,
letting me know.
Yeah, but the point is,
now I feel a little bit differently, but I still think this whole thing is like all bullshit.
Yes, I do too, and I think that the problem that I had is that they had them though, but the public didn't have them. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, yeah, the grand jury had them, but he leaked them to the public. And the problem that I had with that which is just a lesson, and I'll tell Sean this to his face, and I mean that with all due respect, that it ended up going to the streets at last week's hearing at the Supreme Court. The guy Grant had the phone out, and he was like, "Hey, Aiden Kearney, what about that text message that said you was a liability?" Now, yeah, they already knew about it. The courts who matter knew about it, but the people didn't. So it's just an ugly look, and it is what it is, but no, you know what? A week went by and nobody's in jail and everything's okay, right? And my thing, what I was going to say to you is that I don't think you could call a DEA agent a rat. Like, by him going on other platforms or him wanting to talk to anybody on the other side, he's a cop at the end of the day, and cops can do whatever they want, right? And the people will call him a retired cop, but that's their frame of mind. Their frame of mind is that they could talk to anybody, and they don't mind talking to the dirtbags. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they learn how to like separate it. You know what I mean? That's what they do. You know what I'm saying?
I 100% hear you. My husband is a cop.
What?
And I'm from Malden.
Damn, your husband's a cop?
My husband is a police officer.
Oh, fuck.
You didn't tell me that shit. I never would have went out with you.
Nobody in the world would have ever said Karen would ever marry a police officer. But my entire family is like involved in like law enforcement. I am the only one that like is like, I'm a drug addiction counselor. I want to help anybody that's like not doing well. I want to.
James wants to know. James wants to know when you was grinding on him. I'm only kidding. James wants to know why didn't you tell him that your husband was a cop? You poor James. You trying to get James arrested?
You're trying to get me murdered.
My husband. First of all, right? So my husband, like, every single one, every person he hung out with that night has somebody in their family that's either been to prison, has gone to prison, or should be in prison. Every one of us, like, so, like, yeah, my husband, but like my husband is a state police officer, but he works at BU, and he oversees like the laboratory at BU. So he's not like out
I get it.
trying to like he's not looking like he's, and my husband is like,
don't try to
like the most
justify
like
your
kindest
husband.
person in the world. Like he's like, if he did pull you over for something, he'd let you fucking go in a heartbeat. Like he's just not like, he's not a jerk. He's not an asshole. Right. There's nothing about him that's wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and he's like this whole thing with Karen Reed. He's like, it's sickening. He's like, I don't even know how I continue to go to work every day and try to be like, and I'm like, well, you go to work and you like, you just pray that like no one bombs like, your place of employment, which is a huge thing because, BU Labs is huge. But like, he's not in like the whole like corruption thing. Like it's different.
No, I get it.
It's totally different. You know what I mean? And he agrees, like, this is like fucked up. He's like, but he's like, he also doesn't want to like sit there and like listen to me be like, fucking police suck, I hate. But he's like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed now, and I have to go to work in the morning as a police officer, and my wife's out there screaming, yelling, So like, but like I don't think all cops are bad, and not at all. I do not think all cops are bad. I think that there is a majority of cops that just like, that they fall into one another, and then they just like kind of like, take care of each other, and I don't know. But I don't think
it can get spooky real quick. But listen, we're gonna let you go, Karen. All right, we appreciate your phone call, sweetie.
All right, nice talking to you guys. Love you guys.
Peace and love.
All right, bye, Karen.
Bye.
God, hey.
Dang, man.
Shit, I don't think I can ever come back from this one. What am I gonna do? You guys still accept me?
Oh man, you better go to a standout tomorrow, bro. Oh man, dude, what is going on, dude?
That's crazy.
Yeah, so people are saying that in the text that it was. I mean, it just wasn't
about
right.
Turtle Boy or something.
Screenshot and just going at each other is just not right. At the end of the day, it's not right.
Call from
Curtis.
You're live with J.F.K. and James. He hung up.
Who was it?
Weird. I don't know. He called. He got cold feet. I don't know, man. He was like, it might have been her husband, son.
Right.
Oh man. Look at this one.
Say 3 Hail Marys.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, I was just reading that.
Do me a favor, people, right? James got thrown out there tonight. I need you to go to his you need to go to his Cash App at JamesAmaral Jr., man. Give him some boomer love. James Jackson. Subscribe to him. Give him some of that boomer love. He needs more boomer love.
Yes, please subscribe. Oh man, it's still got me on the screen. Yes, do it. Subscribe. Boomer love.
Oh man.
Oh
man.
shit.
You held it down though, James, man. I appreciate your patience, man, with this phone call shit. I didn't know we were gonna get the phone call and get the lottie dottie.
Oh no, it was a great night actually, Karen. They're all married women. I had a great time. I actually knew.
Yeah, it's all fun, man. They took you all to a rap concert, man.
Yeah,
you know?
it's stuff we do. You know,
that's great, bro. I mean, they believe in you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we got Amber K. Subscribe. How about you, Heather? Did you subscribe to James? Clearly.
Yeah, clearly, Heather.
That it's what God is saying. Cops doing whatever they want, then we'll allow a former cop into our world, and he basically flipped not on the verdict, but the people. I don't know. I just hope. I just hope that I hope things just simmer down and things just go away. You know what I mean? And we just get. We had a little hiccup. Hiccups happen. I'm sure. The people that he was fighting with and arguing with, upset and feel a certain way, and that's totally understandable. You know what I mean? I can't speak for them or speak to them, and I totally understand. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You got a YouTube channel, you got a platform, you got people, you got information to give, and that's it, right? And either way, I wish him the best. Either whether he comes back, he comes on my show, we do a show, we could talk. I'm not out to destroy the next person or try to smear the next person. We can have a dialogue, we can have conversation. I just think like what my point of my video tonight is to take it all the way back to Scanland. He's lying. He was the one who said all these things. He's the one that jogged Karen's memory, so to speak. And then on top of that, I played this guy, Boundless Millennial, how vicious he was. He had no punches. And that's what's going on. So when this shit was all going on, this one against this one's against, you got to do this many pull-ups and this and that and all these different things was going on. This dude, Boundless Millennial, slid in with a video like that. And
snuck it right in.
He snuck it right in. If you're on the replay crew and you're watching it and you're like, why am I watching this video? I'm not trying to change your mind or sway you or make it seem like anything he said is realistic. That's not what I did it for. I did it for them are the people we need to be going at. Them are the people we need to be debating.
Call from
Chris, what's going on? You hung up last time, man. You got arrested for shoplifting?
Oh, no, man. No, my bad, man.
All right.
What's going on, man?
We're just making sure Scanland didn't catch you stealing an iPhone charger or nothing like that.
Oh, man, no.
Where you calling from, Chris?
It's Curtis, man, from Bakersfield, California.
Oh, Curtis. My bad, Kurt. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
What you want to talk about, brother?
Man, I'm just talking about this Steve Scanland thing, man. I think honestly, man, I think he's kind of a coward, man.
Right.
I mean, because he's the one that, like you said, he put that out there, like as if he was there or he knows, secondhand what happened at that house. And then when it comes time for him to, speak his piece, he kind of like backed out.
Oh, he 100% backed out.
So it's like, my thing is like, so you're willing to you're cool with a lady who's completely innocent going down for something that she didn't do. That could have changed the whole dynamics of the whole case.
I mean, it did change. It did for the negative. It did, and now you have Hank Brennan, calling in different people, and dare I say, he might call the dude Paul McCoskey, whatever his name is, McCoskey. I forget how to say his name, and and this dude Scandalous Scanland in. And ask him, and if the dude Scanland turns around and says no, he gave me all that information, Yannetti told me about it, it's going to make us look more weak.
Exactly.
It's back to the real shit. The court system, the day of court, in them courthouse days, it doesn't really matter what goes on the internet. It doesn't, and it doesn't matter what's going on in the street. And I mean that with all due respect. When that courtroom, when them doors close in that courtroom, and it's all business. It's like the jury's there, and like you got to think about the potential jurors that are watching. They could be watching this dude. Did you watch the show? This whole show when I played the Boundless Millennial guy that went in on Karen. Did you see that when I played that? Did you watch that?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so I played this guy. His name's the Boundless Millennial, and he's vicious. And I don't like playing stuff like that, like showing people against Karen, because people take it like, oh, he's playing, he's on the fence, and I'm obviously not on the fence. But I asked people before that, do you want me to play this video? Because as this back and forth was going on in the community, This guy drops a video, and like it was a good video. Like I'm talking about aesthetic wise, you know what I'm saying? Like how he put it together and all his points. It was one of the better ones that I've seen. And it's in the right now. And that's what I'm saying. He's attacking all her sound bites. He's attacking all these things, all the things I'm talking about where she needs to counter with sound bites and, you know what I mean? And show video footage of what happened that night. There's nothing really showing like that. You know, it's all just yapping. There's not a visual picture other than Microdot's trying to do it. You know, I'm not saying that. Let me say, it's not that Microdot's trying to do it. He is doing it, but it's still not coming from Karen herself. And I think that if Karen could say, hey, the guy Scanland really said that, like, or, you know, she can't say his name maybe, but hey, the informant really told us this. And then come to think about it, when I seen the waterfall video, starting to come back to me a little bit, check that out. Just for the potential jurors that could be out there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like we're going back to what you were saying, that you and James are talking about, you guys keep reiterating the whole idea of the potential jurors. I was seeing a little thing on the other day on the internet where Karen Reed's like out with her lawyer and he like grabs her. And it just looks weird, man. Like we know she's innocent, but that potential juror may be looking at that, listening to the sound bites, listening to what, like, you got Big Case Mike. Was Big Case Mike? You got Big Case Mike speaking his piece. It just looks bad. She definitely needs to come out and say, hey, just nothing major. Just say, look, I do believe that there was something going on. I really don't know exactly what was going on when I was at the waterfall, but I know something went down because he wasn't in a good mood on the way over to 34 Fairview.
Right. And the thing is, right, it's where she gets in a pickle. Everybody's going to say, well, why wasn't she in a good mood with Higgins, Karen? Maybe it was because of you. You know what I mean?
They want her. They want her. They from the beginning, they've always wanted to paint her as being this completely innocent person. And she is innocent of the murder. I give her that. But when you talk about the real, let's talk about where this started.
Curtis.
Disclaimer.
Curtis, disclaimer. Disclaimer. We throwing it up for you, Kurt. We throwing it up for you.
Disclaimer.
Let's go. Talk to him, Curtis.
I'm just saying.
Come
on now. Look, this is my thing, bro. Like, she said that John O'Keefe, rest in peace, he did some stuff in Aruba. She didn't break up with him. She continued to be in his life and basically hounded him about it constantly to a point to where John O'Keefe said, look, I've already apologized to you. You can either accept my apology or you can go back to your house. She didn't do that. So it's not like she didn't love John. She loved John. We definitely know that. She definitely loved John. I heard one of the lawyers say she didn't love him. She did love him. And I think he loved her. They just had a complicated, complex relationship. But when you talk about that waterfall video, I do believe in my heart that she knew it was tension. I do believe she knew it was tension. Now, how's that going to look if she knew there was going to be an issue, but yet she still took him over there to that house? And that's probably what they're trying to stay clear of. Disclaimer, I don't believe she killed him. Disclaimer.
Right. Absolutely. And,
I don't believe she did it. She's not guilty of the murder. But like my girl told me, I would have never took you over there in the first place if I knew it was an issue.
Exactly.
I wouldn't have took you over there. If you wanted to go on your own, I would have took your butt home and you could drive back over there yourself. But I'm not taking you over there when I know there's a problem. And she wasn't even comfortable to a fact where she even wanted to go in the house. I don't think that she had a stomach issue and that's why she wanted to go home. I think she didn't want to go in that house because she knew it was drama.
Well, that could
let me ask you this:
why stomach issue?
What? Let me ask you this: when she drove away, why was she so mad? When she got back to his house, why was them texts so mad? Why was she so pissed? Your opinion?
Well, in my opinion, because going back to the waterfall video that you and James always show, She was pissed because she knew how Higgins was acting. See, the downfall, unfortunately, two things happened for John O'Keefe to lose his life, unfortunately. The first thing that happened was John O'Keefe allegedly cheated on her, made out with another girl in Aruba. That was the first thing that started the end of his life. The second thing was Karen Reed getting involved with Brian Higgins. Those two incidents right there was the detriment of that man's life, and that's sad because no matter what happened, he shouldn't have went out. He shouldn't have had to go out like that. Brian, Albert, Brian Higgins, Colin, all those people, they know exactly what happened to John O'Keefe.
Matty M on the backup.
100%. Matty M can't stand John O'Keefe because Jim McCabe has a crush on John.
Oh yeah,
and he knows it.
Talk to him, Kurt.
Tell him.
Matty M can't stand John O'Keefe. He hated him. He envied him. John O'Keefe was a 6'2" handsome guy, cop. Canton. You know what I'm saying? He was a police officer, a good guy. Took in his niece and nephew.
Hell of a backstory.
Great guy. Sounds like.
Yeah.
Julie, what's her name? Julie. What was the girl's name?
Jem McCabe.
No, the other friend.
Oh, Julie Nigel.
Not Julie, but Carrie.
Carrie Roberts.
Carrie Roberts had a crush on John, and Jim McCabe had a crush on John. And Karen Reed was upset with the fact that, see, Jim McCabe's one of those fake ass females that'll hang out with the wife just to get close to the husband. Yeah, she's Come on, man.
Yeah. And
We know what it is.
You see that video too. Jem McCabe, in the video that I showed, Jem McCabe is like running around. She's moving her hair. She's looking right at the pimples at the door when Higgins is throwing his hands up at 11:58 saying, "Come on, John." You see when John's back was turned before he actually seen it, you see Jen McCabe nervous as hell right next to John, throwing her hair back, looking at them. She knew exactly what's going on, which means is the phone call, the 46-second phone call for directions. I went over it with the girl. Did you hear when I talked to the dispatcher? I talked to a dispatcher today, an ex-police dispatcher.
I didn't hear that, but I don't need to. I already know. You and James already talked about the muscle memory.
The muscle memory.
He already knows.
He already knows how to get there. So he talked to her 45 seconds, 36 seconds. He hung up. Then he called her again for 36 seconds. So she was ear hustling. Even if she didn't know what was going on in the bar, she was ear hustling what was going on in the car. You know, in the truck. And you know, it's just that I just don't understand. Even when she got arrested at the indictment 4 months later, when she got indicted, they rearrested her to charge her with the murder, to upgrade the manslaughter. She mentioned Brian A. and Colin based on Scanland, but she never mentioned Higgins. Even though she called Higgins the next morning, John died at 11:45 a.m. She called him that next morning, 11:45 a.m. John died. And I said that in the last call a couple callers ago. She didn't say
that's a very distinctive. With the way you dissected that word, she didn't say John's dead. She said John died. Like, based on the shit that you guys did to him, he died from that.
And she did that at 11:45 a.m.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This dude Higgins never told the chief of police that. Never told nobody that she texted him that morning. He never told any of them that he was at the bar with him that night, that he hung out with him that night. So basically, hey, the cop died in Canton. Oh, really? Wow. Not like, oh, shit, I was just with this dude. And
why did he say on the stand, I don't think I said bye to anybody, when he's clearly at the waterfall throwing his hands up?
That's what I'm saying. He said bye. You know, that's what I'm saying. So like that right there is just reasonable doubt, whether you think she did it or she didn't do it, right? You know, and we all know she didn't do it over here, but
she didn't do it.
She didn't do it.
Yeah, she didn't do it.
But even if you have a slight doubt that she did it, that's by the interest of law, by the justice. That's just way too much reasonable doubt, right?
Way too much
to say. Wait a minute, maybe it was a fight. Because why did he lie and say I didn't say goodbye to anybody? Why didn't he tell the chief of police that day? Like, listen, I just got a text by the chick that you guys think did it. She just texted me. You know what I mean? Let me call her back and bring her in here, and let's
The
talk.
dog's nowhere to be found. The house was sold for $50,000 less. They busted up the concrete. Come on, man.
It goes down the line. This dude was sleeping with his wife, and the butt dials at 2 a.m. And you know, there's another thing I always say about J.F.K. about the truck. You know, when she seen John O'Keefe at 12:29, she had eyes on him, and then she went into the party, meaning like she was at the window, she seen him out there at 12:29. So that's right around the time he got out the truck, right? And she called him. There was an 8-second phone call at 12:29. She alleged that phone call never went through. It was 8 seconds. So at that particular time, at 8 seconds, whether he went through the back or he went through the front, right down the stairs, then she went into the party, you know, just mingling or whatever. Then at 12:31, when she was probably sitting down just chilling or whatever, she texts pulling back at me because she's assuming he's still out there, right? Because she didn't see him walk in. You text him at 12:31. Now she doesn't see him come into the party, doesn't see Karen in the party. She doesn't see him. So then at 12:40, she goes back to the window. She looks outside and she sees a truck out there. This was her testimony. At 12:40, she seen a truck out there. A whole 9 minutes went by. At that point, Karen was back at his crib. But she swears she's seen a truck out there. The question is, in that 9 minutes, what truck pulled up? Because if you're drunk, and you just seen the truck now, you got to think Kevin was with him all day. And if Kevin's gonna pull up, he's not gonna pull up. He's gonna pull up to probably where she's seen the truck, right at the tree, because he's probably gonna go in the back through the gate downstairs in the dungeon, because that's where he lived. He probably snuck girls.
That side gate. Yep.
He probably lived there. So that was his house growing up. So that's their way to go in and out. So the question is, did she mistake Kevin's truck for their truck? And that's what she thought. And that was kind of a clue. Because my thing is this, not everything could be a fucking lie. Not everything could be that perfect.
No, there's some truth to some of that shit they saying, bro. There's some truth to that.
Right.
There's some truth. Some of that stuff there's some truth to some of them lies. To some of them lies, there's some truth snaking in there, snake bitten. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with your music, bro.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Well, Kurt, man, I'm gonna end this live, man. I'm gonna end it on that note. I appreciate the phone call and all the insight you kicked in, brother. Appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all, man. Hey, shout out to you and James, man. Y'all doing good work, bro.
All right, peace, man. We'll talk to you soon, Kurt. Call in anytime, bro.
All right, for sure.
Peace.
Nice.
Man.
Curtis with the ill insight. I appreciate that. He came through. I like his insight. He was real, transparent. He kept it real. And with that being said, I go by the name of James Jackson.
I go by the name of JFK.
Yeah, that's how long we've been going. Tired of shit.
know.
Cash App JFK show off. You know what I mean? We kicked it for 3 hours, 3 hours and 10 minutes. James Amaral Jr., that's the Cash App. Read between the lines, people. Go to my man James's page right now. If you be so kind. That's his page right there at James Jackson, James Amaral Jr. Go subscribe up. You know what I mean? And we'll be back. We'll be back. I promise you, we'll be back. And check out the Read Between the Lines playlist. And Karen, you're on your way. Home sweet home. Let's believe that. Peace and love, everybody.
And I'm coming off this long and winding road.